Anytime now. Oh man, that was a good. That was a good ass song. Thank you, Justin.
Yeah, absolutely. We're live, right?
All right, people. All right, people. We are live.
Okay.
And this is a new look. Same show, but just a new look. We're no longer on Discord. We still have a chat room for the experience on Wrestling Soup's Discord, thanks to Mish. But we're no longer recording on there. We are recording on StreamYard, so we're recording with the big boys, with the top guys. Wrestling chick, yeah, that was a long intro. It was a minute. Might need to cut it down to maybe like 45 seconds, but no, we'll see. But Wrestling Chick 210, thank you. Thank you for showing up on the show. Kyle also says rest in peace, Experience Discord. But we're here now, people. But yeah, welcome to the experience. I am Drew, and with me here as always,
Justin from Spinebuster Tees and spinebustertees.com.
And joining us tonight on this big night for the Royal Rumble predictions are our friends, our brothers in arms that are a part of the Experience podcast universe, if you want to call it that. Let me introduce the first man below.
It is I, Ruben Prime. It is Ruben Prime. Glad to be here. It's a long time coming. Rest in peace, the Discord, but you know, we're here on StreamYard. Glad to be here. Shout outs to Drew, shout outs to Justin, RJ, and we are here. We're here, and I love StreamYard, by the way.
Yeah, thank you, Ruben, for suggestion. It's definitely worth the money. And last but not least, he needs no introduction. He is
RJ the Brooklyn Savage. What's popping, people? We here on StreamYard. I'm a StreamYard dog. So yeah, let's get this thing popping, man.
All right. And if anyone's listening on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, let us know what you think. Drop a comment. And if we sound good, let us know. If there are any problems, please don't hesitate to let us know. But yeah, I guess we can start things off kind of how we usually start things off on the show is Wrestler of the Week. So since Ruben and RJ are here, Ruben, RJ, whoever wants to start, who is your Wrestler of the Week in your opinion? It can be any company, whatever.
My Wrestler of the Week is Kit Wilson. No, I'm just kidding. That song is getting over like a mofo. But yeah, there you go, Drew. There you go. Wrestler of the Week for me, honestly. Jeez. You know what? Ruben, go ahead. I got to think about it a little bit more.
Okay.
I wasn't prepared for this question.
Alrighty. Guess the Wrestler of the Week for me is got to be AJ. It's got to be AJ Styles. He had a fantastic match on Saturday night's main event with Shinsuke.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely hard-hitting, strong style. You know, the AJ of old, Shinsuke of old. It was a very good match, and yeah, he's definitely my Wrestler of the Week for sure.
RJ, did you think of something?
You know what? After further thought, I'm gonna have to piggyback off that, Ruben, because he had a great match with Nakamura, probably Nakamura's best match, and God knows how long. And then he went out there on Monday and had a match with CM Punk. The stuff surrounding around him and his story right now, very, very compelling. Will he, won't he type things going on in the air, unless you really want to play internet detective that badly and figure out the answers yourself. But yeah, there's a lot going on around AJ right now and his future. And I just think it makes for a compelling story right now. And I think his body of work, the last few outings, and I know we just talk about for the week, but his last few outings have been really, really good. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with AJ Styles as well.
Justin?
Oh, I had a feeling everyone was going to be going with the AJ Styles. I have a feeling that Drew did. You're going to be going with the AJ Styles possibly too. What was going on? What was he doing?
I just got to get something real quick. Keep going.
Oh, okay. That threw me off. Yeah. So my wrestler of the week is CM Punk. I think CM Punk is so far at this point, the first month into 2026 is a wrestler of the year so far. It's only 1 month in, but very, 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 very early candidate. He's been putting good work, good matches, and he's a lot of people were thinking about this world title reign from CM Punk may not be too great, but I think he's doing a great job so far of what he's doing with the title itself. So. But my wrestler of the week so far, or not so far, but my wrestler of the week is CM Punk.
You know what? That's not bad at all, actually. And that's a very good pick right there. Because Punk has been the stuff he did with Breaker, he helped Breaker out a lot.
Yep.
And then him and Finn, they turned back the clock on Finn, man. What's up with some of these wrestlers turning back the clock, making you remember why we loved them to begin with?
A lot of wrestlers too, and I listened to so I listened to the Matt Cardona podcast with Mark Sterling and Brian Myers for like wrestling action figures and stuff like that, right? But they do talk about wrestling in there as well. And one thing that Cardona said, I think it was in last week's episode, if I remember right, he was saying that all these guys like Frankie Kazarian and himself, and they're trying to prove to the young guys like, hey, we're not ready to like leave yet, even though we've been here for like 20 plus years. We're not ready to leave yet. We still want to show that we're that we can still go, pretty much, right? So I think that's kind of like what Punk and Styles and what Balor's trying to show, like, hey, we're not ready to give up our spot yet. You gotta come take it from us.
Well, here's the thing, right? And look, I got no problems with what you just said, right?
Right.
The difference between a couple of those guys is, right, people check for CM Punk, people check for Balor.
Right.
Who's checking for Frankie Kazarian in 2026?
Well, it's just in general, right? I mean, and Kazarian, I mean, despite that, I mean, he's still for his age and for what he's gone through, he's still putting on good matches. So I think it's more because when you're a pro wrestler, right? Like you can't just be like, well, they'll give me what they'll give me. I mean, if you want to be a top guy in the sport, you gotta have that type of personality to where it's like, no, you young guys, you guys are not taking my spot yet. You know what I mean? Take the spot from me. So
some guys need to move out of the way.
Right. That too as well. I mean, there's some guys too right now. It's like, maybe it's that time. But
him and Eric Young in particular.
Well, Eric Young is different. Eric Young may be fired next week for all we know, or this week for all we know. Tomorrow.
He's threatening us with another version of Sanity on TNA. I don't know if y'all noticed that.
Yeah, I did see that, but whatever. But regardless, though, back to the topic at hand here for wrestler of the week. Yeah, CM Punk. So far, first month in, wrestler of the year so far. I know it's only 1 month in, but for 2026, to me, he's definitely up there with a handful of names too as well. With him, Swerve's been doing some great work over there in AEW as well. But it's only 1 month in though. So, Drew.
All right. I guess this is like 3 out of 4. My wrestler of the week AJ Styles. Yeah, these gloves.
Those gloves have seen better days, by the way.
Yeah, I'm heartbroken, but
they're nice. They're nice. They're holding somebody threat though.
I mean, we're live and I get to use my camera, so I decided to use it as a bit. But
right,
I need new gloves. Yeah, echoing everything everyone just said. AJ, he's had clearly the best week. I mean, he's probably having the biggest week out of anyone in the company. You know, because he had that match with Shinsuke, which compared to their WWE matches, I'm not talking about the match in Japan. The WWE matches that they had, that's clearly the best one. Because they let them loose. You know, they let them off their leashes, so to speak, and they actually gave them time to go out there and work. And that's probably the best I've seen Shinsuke look in a while. And then, of course, on Monday, the match with Punk, which, you know, that was a match for the fans. That was, you know, fan service, if you want to call it that. But it was still a really, really, really good match. And obviously, we knew what the outcome was going to be. There was no way that, you know, AJ would have won, which, to be honest, wouldn't have hated it. That would have been interesting, but and then he's having, you know, the big match in, you know, the Rumble this week, which we'll obviously dive into. So AJ is someone that, you know, I've always been a huge fan of. I've been a big fan of him since TNA. He's someone that I always looked at and went, you're like a whale in a river, as far as like, you know, TNA. Like you could be a much bigger star in WWE, which obviously I think if you had taken AJ at that time into WWE, he probably would have gotten lost in the shuffle. So him coming, you know, to WWE 10 years ago, which it's about to be literally 10 years ago since AJ, you know, came to WWE.
10 years, I think today is the day, actually. 10 years to the day. Today actually. Yeah,
today.
Yeah. From what I saw, I may be wrong, but
yeah, you're right. So, you know, better late than never. And it also helps that AJ is a physical freak. You know, the guy doesn't seem to age. Matter of fact, it looks like he gets better with age, as far as like physicality and, you know, wrestling wise. But you can see the wear and tear. You can see him starting to wind down a little bit. For that, he's my wrestler of the week.
But yet, no, you don't see him massively fuck up in the ring, though.
No,
never. Yeah, never.
No,
it's a phenomenal one.
Speaking of Saturday night's main event, let's breeze through that real quick, and then we can get to the Rumble. So Saturday night's main event was January 24th in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, at the Bell Center. There were 4 matches, but one of them. Well, let's just start off. So the opening match was supposed to be Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu. That ended in a pretty much a double DQ.
It wasn't the match didn't start. It was a no contest.
No contest. There you go. The match opened with Cody posing on the top rope, and then Jacob just, you know, going after him, beating his ass. So they fought everywhere, fought outside the ring, fought, you know, backstage, fought in the concession stands. And then as they're fighting more and more out the ring, Drew McIntyre comes out and takes them both out. So kind of telling for what could possibly be a WrestleMania match. I think I pitched that last week, but yeah, I thought that was interesting. I like the fact that it's not just a one and done match. I think this still keeps Cody fresh. This obviously puts Jacob in a higher spotlight. I don't know, but what do y'all think? Whoever wants to start.
I'll go ahead and go first. I mean, I'll just say the brawl, right? The angle that was done was the right thing to do. You can't have Cody lose. He just lost title, and you're not gonna make Jacob Fatu lose in his very first match back. So both those things were just that just wasn't gonna happen. So, I predict, if I remember, I said it was gonna be a no contest, and that was a very great way to start off Saturday night's main event as well. These Saturday night's main events have not been great. There's a few good stuff every now and then, but overall, I thought this was the best Saturday night's main event since the relaunch. So with the way that they started the show off, Cody got on top, the not top rope, but on top one, the middle rope, I should say, did his whoa, and fireworks was going off, and Jacob started to attack him. I just thought that was a great way to start off. And remember, one of the things I said that was what was wrong with WWE is that one of the things that it wasn't chaotic enough. So since this show started off chaotic and unpredictable, it kept you on your toes of what was going to happen. And the brawl ended the right way. You have Drew McIntyre go out there and beat up both guys, right? Because you can't really have one guy look better than the other in that situation. So the right way around that was to get Drew McIntyre out there, right? But if I'm Drew McIntyre, right? Drew McIntyre, he got suspended, right? He got suspended. What did Drew McIntyre do, if anyone remembers, on why he got suspended? Does anybody remember?
No.
It was for attacking Cody.
He was attacking officials.
Okay.
Nobody remember that? Okay. All right. So anyway, yeah. So he was attacking Cody. Then he also attacked officials, and he eventually got suspended. What Cody and Jacob did here was actually worse, because not only they went through the arena and got the fans in danger, quote unquote, right? They were also attacking officials as well. If I'm Drew McIntyre, this is not going to happen, right? But this is well within his character. Maybe they'll do it on Friday. I will say, hey, Cody, Jacob Fatu, they cannot be in the Royal Rumble. They should be suspended for what they done. They should be suspended. They did more than what I did. They should be suspended. Are they going to do that? Probably not. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But I think that's something that they can try to do going into the Royal Rumble. Are they going to do that? No, because it's the Royal Rumble and you need to have your biggest stars there, blah, 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 blah. But as far as the match, or not the match, but as far as the segment, the angle that was told, I thought was a very great way and a very hot way to start the show.
Also, before anyone else comments, breaking news, Tommaso Ciampa is now in AEW.
Yeah, I was going to mention that later, but you got it.
Who didn't see that
we'll
one
segue
coming?
to that later.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about it later, but I mean, it doesn't.
Yeah, we'll save it for later. No, I agree. I agree with everything Justin said. I thought this was the best Saturday Night's Main Event in a while, because it was a very cohesive, tight show with good angles and good matches. I don't know if I might have said this already, but Justin brought it up. You're not going to have Cody lose. You're not going to have Jacob lose. Because they obviously have plans for him. They obviously think highly of him. I think it'd be interesting if Drew brought that up, where he's like, hey, you suspended me. They did worse. They attacked multiple officials. I just attacked one. What are you going to do to them? Like they shouldn't even be at the Rumble. They shouldn't even be at WrestleMania. You should suspend them without pay indefinitely. I think that'd be interesting. I think that would work for Drew's character because he's that petty. Yeah, I think I kind of said what I need to say about it. Ruben, RJ, what do you think?
Yeah, I can go next. I enjoyed the opening, the brawl, the opening angle, because you couldn't have, Cody who lost the belt, and you can't have a returning Jacob Fatu lose. So that was the best way. And yeah, going back and watching that brawl, like both Jacob and Cody, they definitely put some hands on some of the officials. Cody even just yoinked a recycling bin, a blue recycling bin. He was just like, literally aiming at some of the officials. I remember one of them said, "Think about the Rumble, guys. Think about the Rumble." And I don't know, it was Jacob or Cody, just put him through a table. Like that was pretty funny. Think about the Rumble. I mean, since you guys brought up the Rumble with what they did, I don't think they should be in the Rumble. But if they were going to do an angle where they had to earn their way back, I mean, it's kind of too late to run that angle, because literally the Rumbles this weekend. So to try to do an angle, they're going to be in the Rumble. The storytelling for this Rumble has been kind of just stagnant. Like it doesn't really feel like Rumble season. It just feels
No,
like another PLE.
the build to the Rumble has been absolutely god awful.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's been really bad. Like I even forgot that the Rumble's this weekend until I watched Saturday Night's Main Event. It's like, oh, okay, the Rumble's this weekend. I didn't know. Sheesh. But overall, the opening, brawl angle was it was fun. I enjoyed it. But yeah, they got to get things going. They got to, they basically a way to hype up the Rumble, because you kind of have to start hyping things up days away from the Rumble. But yeah, I enjoyed this little schmoz, this brawl that we had.
Go ahead, RJ.
They're trying to screw me. Nah, but yeah, no, it was a great brawl. Look, neither guy was gonna lose this match, or when neither guy was gonna get a decisive victory, and neither guy was gonna lose. So we all knew that already, right? They're afraid to beat Cody, and Jacob Fatu is on an upward trajectory. So yeah, we can't have none of that. So the best way to do it without wasting anybody's time was this big smash. And I like it. Drew McIntyre got involved. So yeah, no, it was fun. It was a fun way to open up the show. I'm glad they did this instead of trying to give us a 1v1 match only for Drew McIntyre to fuck up the match in the process anyways. So that was the best way to go. And it flowed. It definitely flowed. So yeah, no complaints there.
You know what would be an interesting, like a good continuity, not just for Drew. So on Monday, they did a bit with Finn Balor and Adam Pearce, where Finn wanted to be in the Rumble, but Adam's like, "Oh, we're full." Would it be interesting on Friday if like Nick kind of has his hands tied? He's like, "I'm sorry, guys. Drew's right. You put your hands on the officials. I got to take you out of the Royal Rumble match." And then Drew's like, "I got a perfect replacement. It's a friend of mine," and it's Finn Balor. That's how Finn Balor gets into the Rumble, because of his fellow heel friend Drew. That'd be pretty fucking cool. So
That'll be
good
cool.
Yeah, I guess the first match that actually transpired of the night, you had Rio. I bet the fans love that. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky defeated the Judgment Day, Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez, to retain their women's tag team championships. I mean, this match kind of went the way you thought it would. Not that it was bad. I mean, all four women are very good and are very capable of having a good or a decent to very good match. And there really isn't much to talk about. I mean, there's the bit with Raquel, where Raquel got involved, and then Stephanie gets involved to kind of go with their story. And then Roxanne takes the pin. And like I mentioned, Roxanne and Io are still the tag team champions. They're still over. And yeah, there's really not much else to add to this match, other than that we all suspected it would be good, and it was good. So that's kind of all I have to say about that. Whoever wants to go.
Okay. I thought this match was a very good, very fast-paced match. When I first started watching, I don't know if I'll be really interested in it, but I mean, when you got four talents of this nature, I mean, Rhea, Io, Roxy, Liv, I mean, it's not going to be a bad match. So these women, they went out there, they worked hard. Just didn't really tell a story for like the Royal Rumble or anything like that, or they didn't really have any dissension or any tease or anything like that. But as far as a wrestling match itself, it was a very good match. I thought it was a very good match for what it was. And for some reason or another, man, WWE, they really want to hold this pedestal up for the women's tag team championships in the WWE. I don't know why. I know why, but I don't know why. On why they're doing that. But at the end of the day, though, I thought it was a very good match, and baby faces win, and we'll see what happens with these four women going into Saturday.
Guess I go next. Yeah, I mean, you got four talents. I definitely I definitely enjoyed. Oh, I definitely enjoyed this match. There was a miscue. Probably you guys didn't see it, but when there was a point when Rio was supposed to stop the pin, she wasn't in place, and there was a time at that time we thought, oh, ref was supposed to count to 3, and that right there is just really telling, because back in the day, we want to talk about Vince and his how he is, but in that case we would have had new tag team champs. So that's like one of the things I noticed that I don't like, the referee stopping the pin just because one of the wrestlers weren't in place. That was like my big takeaway from the match. I mean, we already knew that Rhea and Io were winning. Like, there was no dissension, no nothing. It was just just straightforward match. Wasn't bad, aside from the little miscue there, but yeah, it's just the division, just no stories, no intrigue. It's just the belts. It's just the belts that are being fought for and being defended, and it's just like the story isn't there. And yeah, it's just another match, in my opinion.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I thought it was fine. I think they're using their rivalry and their dynamic to try to lift up what was a dead tag team division, which is, look, they're trying to get the pieces together to help propel this thing, and I can appreciate the effort. However, I'm gonna need some more new teams in the mix. I'm tired of seeing a lot of the same women in the mix. We need a little bit more variety there. So, not a bad match despite the hiccups, but I'm gonna need a little bit more. We need a little bit more. If I'm in charge of the call-ups or whatever, I'm calling up JC Jane and Fallon Henley sometime after the Royal Rumble. Get that thing started. Them two been down there way too long. They don't need to be in NXT for another second, in my opinion. Yep. And let's get this thing rolling. Both of those girls are good. Might need to leave Lainey Reed down there or call her up on the road and have her just be a manager or whatever if you feel like she ain't ready for the ring. They've had guys and girls go up to the main roster and go back down to NXT. I mean, I don't see why that would be a problem for her. So if you want to keep the group together, then you can do that. But they need more faces in this division if they want us to take this thing seriously, because it's tiresome seeing the same faces over and over again,
RJ, for how deep the women's division is across WWE, for how deep it is, there should be no reason why there's not a good tag division. For how
I agree with you.
No. That's what I'm just adding to your point, because it's like you got all these women, and like the women's division is as deep as it's ever been, but whatever.
I mean, look, like I said, I'm giving him an E for effort, because at least he's trying with this way more than he's trying with any of the men's tag team divisions, and that's a whole goddamn different story there.
Yeah, that's very true.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
I don't know what tag team division is worse, NXT, the main roster, or AEW. It's just tag team wrestling in general right now is just terrible.
Not I have to remind myself who the NXT tag team champions are.
Yep.
Yikes.
You know what? Probably because I'm a fan of Saquon Sugars. Like, right. I'm constantly reminded. That's my dog.
Right.
But I don't even know who the SmackDown tag team champions are.
Well, now it's the MFT. So.
Oh, great! Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just greatness.
Before
at least Tama Tonga's the champion again.
Oh man. All right. Ruben, did you have anything to add to that, or?
Well, I did.
I mean, as far as like the women's tag team division, the state of it.
Oh no, it's just like I was saying regarding the tag match. It's just really dreadful due to the fact that there's no stories and no one is able to stand out. Everyone is at that same level, and as the result, basically what you're seeing on television week in and week out is what you get, because no one is, they're not able to be elevated, stand out. And one of the things is the story. There's no stories. So that's why the divisions, men's and women's tag divisions are just suck. You gotta have a story and intrigue. You gotta give us a reason why we should give a damn and why we should tune in, all up and down the card, like that's the thing, story.
I agree, Ruben. And the thing about it is that these stories move at a snail's pace. By the time you're trying to get into it, you're just waiting for it to be over, because Triple H, for whatever reason, everything's gonna be at a snail's pace. How long we've been teasing this Finn Balor breakaway from the Judgment Day now? It feels like a fucking year.
88 years.
After Monday, I given up on that shit.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, but that's just the one of many examples of these stories. You see where he wants to go, but it's at a snail's pace. Why are we moving at snail's pace?
It's not even this. I don't even think it's a snail's pace. I think he just gets cold feet or like, hey, we forgot about this.
One thing I don't like about him either, he's afraid to beat people. I can't stand that. Like, come on, man. Mm-hmm. You can't be creative enough to help to have somebody get over a loss. Like, losing can help drive a character to do different things, man. Like, it's too much safe shit, man.
I agree. No, like, I know you guys watched The Walking Dead, but one thing Simon said, Negan's right-hand man, is like, you gotta take some risk. And
you do.
He's not taking risk. It's just safe. I know someone in the community said that it's just literally, just play it safe, Sesame Street safe. Literally.
Sesame
and
Street.
It's boring. It like playing it safe is boring, like take some risk, like flip the table. Worst case, you flip the table, you have a little bit of a mess, but at least you got some chaoticness. But if you just play it safe, you just take your time, set the table. No, just flip that damn thing.
I forgot who called him Sesame Street Levesque. I forgot who said that.
Was it Vince Russo?
No.
We need more divas on that.
It may have been Solid Monster or JD, one or the other. Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was Solid Monster. Sounds like something he'd say.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
Yeah,
it's not wrong.
Yeah, the Triple H booking, like, it obviously has its good parts, but for the most part, like Justin pointed this out, I think like last month, this is not the same guy from NXT. Like, yeah, he had the heart attack, and
he can't be the same guy from NXT though.
Like, we can all speculate that maybe TKO and ESPN might play a role in booking, but I don't know. Again, I don't know what's going on. Like, the show compared to last year is just, or not even last year, the year prior.
Well, you look at some of the stuff that he was doing before WWE got sold. There was stuff still going on. There was angles happening, people coming back. There was things that was not moving at a snail's pace. There was stuff that was being paced nicely. He was doing certain things with certain people. And then after the company got sold, that's when all this shit, this safe booking and not a lot of character development started happening. And if it was any character development, you tapped out after 6 months because it's moving so fucking slow. So it's like,
I don't think a lot of people think about from this angle. Do you think that because when he was down in NXT, like he had his team right down there, like Matt Bloom, Shawn Michaels,
Ryan Ward.
Ryan Ward. He's on the main roster now, but he was down there in NXT, obviously, right? Do you think that the main roster writing team has gave him some influence where he's like, No, to the point where he's like, oh man, I can't fucking fight you guys no more. Like guys, man, just all right, whatever. You know what I mean? Guys like Michael Hayes and fucking.
I was great to say. He's still got Hayes and
Bruce
to deal with.
and shit like that, where it's like every day you're going to these fucking writing rooms and these meetings and things of that nature, and you got fucking Road Dogg here where he's all where he's basically like, what do you say about Chelsea? He's like, Chelsea, she has something, and
I mean, I agree with him there.
I no, I'm not shitting on Chelsea. I like Chelsea, but it's just an example of like these guys, and it could all be a work at the end of the day, right? For all we know, for this fucking WWE are real.
When he couldn't give Triple H an answer about what to do next, that was like, where's me?
Yeah. That's the shit I don't believe, because of like you've been in wrestling for all these fucking years, and you don't know how to get from one part of the story to another. You don't have this shit planned out. Then again, I do kind of believe it, because I get a lot of wrestlers that come in my shop and it's like, you've been wrestling for 20 years and like you don't know what to do with your character, and you're coming to ask me about this shit.
But it was echoed by how she was booked. That last run she had was non-existent. Me myself personally would have been like, all right, well, let's use some girls from NXT. That would have been my answer. I'd be like, okay, let's use some girls from NXT. They might not win the belt, but you could use a Sol Ruka. Use Chelsea Green to help showcase this newcomer right here. Use her. That would have been my answer. Let's use her to bring up some of these younger girls. You know what I'm saying? Since y'all want to label her as somebody that helps get people to the next level.
I'm not mad at that.
Person which is stupid. That's a very stupid thing to say. But yes, Michael Hayes he needs to go. Nobody wears a pimp Nobody wears a colored suit like that no more. Nobody wears a pimp daddy hat like that no more. It's done. It's done, Michael. Come on now.
Yeah, he needs to move on. He hasn't moved on from
him and Pritchard both.
Yeah.
So
yeah, man.
I mean, I just assumed with the Vince era, everything else was going to be gone. That include Hayes and Pritchard, but no, they're. Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys heard. There's been rumblings that TKO might bring Vince back.
Why are you bringing that up?
I just thought it's appropriate for the conversation.
Let's get to work, pal.
Jesus Christ, man.
I mean, you can't get any words.
If you want people to stop watching, that'll be that right there.
God. I mean,
I'll
say this.
Who's that?
I'll put it this way. People's YouTube views are down right now. People's YouTube views are down right now.
Oh my God.
Across the board. A lot of people's YouTube views are down across the board. Imagine with Vince McMahon coming back, people's YouTube views are gonna fucking crash.
Oh,
it's gonna crash.
I mean, it's gonna do business that way for content creators. This is gonna do business. that's for fucking sure.
Phil, here's some hair dye. God damn it!
Clear that shit up. Bronson Reed, I want you to bodysuit, pal. That's not enough for me. Damn it! Tuck that shit in. Tagaloa, you're the world champion. Omos will be back on TV on the reg. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, Omos would be on TV on the reg after that. We're gonna see Omos and Tangaloa at WrestleMania. I mean, not Tangaloa, Talatonga. Omos at WrestleMania. It's happening.
I mean, again, it can't get any worse, because the crazy thing is you have all these stars, but on paper, but no one feels like stars, because they don't want all these guys to feel, to be larger than life and to be bigger than the company. I mean, you see more of Triple H than you see of a lot of the other stars. It's like Triple H can't wrestle. Dude has a damn pacemaker on. He can't wrestle. Why are we seeing him in the cover of video games, on Unreal, in the WrestleMania, adverts and commercials? Why? He's not an active competitor. He should be behind the scenes. But again, it's
what gives you the right to say what I don't deserve and what I do deserve? Who are you, Ruben? What have you done in this business?
But you know what though? Back to back
I'm gonna
to
bury
Michael
you.
BFAs. Like he's one of the guys that kind of like. I mean, yeah, your time's been up, buddy.
Yeah, it's time to
and he was, you know, during his time he was a great talker, right? He had a good mind, right? You know, Bastry, Langier, Bastry, and the whole USA. You know, Bastry and nasty and hot, the fur down the block, the better you got, you know. But I just really think that he should be out of there.
Agreed.
At this point,
Yeah, send him to AEW.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Why AEW, Drew?
Come here, Statlander. Let me tell you what you're doing wrong.
hey, young bucks, looking good, looking real good.
It's gonna bury him. It's gonna bury them.
Like, try to go out there and do that trampoline shit.
No. Most of he's way too old to be in fucking AEW. I don't like. I think who's the oldest guy there is Jeff Jarrett.
Is that Jeff? I thought it was Billy Gunn. Wasn't it Billy Gunn? I thought Billy Gunn was older than Jeff Jarrett.
Potato.
Yeah.
I mean,
it don't matter.
Billy Gunn, Jeff Jarrett, Michael Hayes, like.
God, yeah, that's a damn good point. I mean, Michael Hayes was kind of already retired when those guys are in their prime.
Yeah, and Billy Gunn, like, he still seems like he's still with it in a way. You know what I mean? Yeah, Jeff Jarrett probably not so much. Michael Hayes, forget about it. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, dude, my fanny pack. Like, no, like this is 2026. Like, come on.
He's a whole 30 years behind, man.
Yeah,
it's time to pack it up, son.
Yeah, he looks like the guy. So like Michael Hayes looks like the guy that's dressed up for Halloween every day. And then when Halloween comes around, he just dresses up as a normal person. You know?
Yeah,
that's a good point.
So anyway.
Very good point.
Anyway, I digress. Drew, carry on.
Oh man, I want that to happen because I'm an awful person. So the next match we kind of talked about a little bit. AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I thought it was a fantastic match. You know, if you want to, I mean, obviously not match of the year, but maybe you can say like TV match of the year or one of the best TV matches of the year.
I thought.
I mean, you said CM Punk so far as
no. I was saying I thought Punk and what's it called was better. Punk. And,
I like both.
I thought the Punk and AJ match to me was better, but it was a great match. But like, I've seen better from them. You know what I mean? In particular, but it was a really good match. I liked it.
Yeah. No, but I really enjoyed it. It was the best I've seen Shinsuke look in a while, and it was obviously out of their WWE matches, it's the best one they've had. Obviously better than their Mania match, better than when Shinsuke was like, "I'm going to punch you in the balls." That was a horrible Shinsuke Nakamura impression, by the way. But again, I don't want to get canceled. But
we talking about Nutcracker Nakamura was a great character.
Nutcracker. Sticks and stones.
They break my bones.
But whoever wants to give their thoughts about the match.
I'll just give a quick thoughts about it. I thought it was a very, very good match. This was the best Shinsuke Nakamura match probably since NXT, really? I mean, I think he's never really had great matches on the main roster, but it's like nothing memorable. This is gonna be a memorable match, right? They did spots from their Wrestle Kingdom match, including the gun spot. They did a little bit differently, but they did the gun spot again. They even did the fist bump at the very end, kind of like what they did at the end of the Wrestle Kingdom match. So nice callbacks there for that. But yeah, I mean, this just proved to me that Triple H just fumbled Shinsuke Nakamura. He could have had time to recover him and put him in contention for a world championship. When he took over, I mean, he didn't have to win the world championship, but he could have put him in that contention. But yeah, I mean, Shinsuke Nakamura never recovered from his loss to Jinder Mahal. what was it, 2017, 2018, wherever Jinder Mahal was champion?
2017, yeah.
He never recovered from that. Never, ever recovered from that.
No.
And the fact that this is the most Nakamura that we got since that time frame was very good. So if this was AJ Styles' last match against Shinsuke Nakamura, if this is Shinsuke Nakamura's one of his last matches, possibly, we don't know, right? Then they both went out on a high note. So
Yep. I guess I'll go next. Yeah, like we've all talked about with this match really good. Again, with not much story going in, but these two had history, and it's a shame that we didn't get this Nakamura consistently during his time on the main roster in the beginning. We talked about 2017 and how detrimental that loss to Jinder was. Like he just never recovered, and I still watch from time to time Shinsuke's match from NXT Takeover Dallas with Sami Zayn.
Yeah,
like that match, I still get that feeling. You probably know what I mean. That feeling that you get when you watch a match, like it just that feeling. Time stops, nothing else matters, and then you just witness just history. And that match was so good. And now, we look back, damn, like they done Shinsuke wrong, and it's a shame because he is a good wrestler. Just I don't know what is it with WWE and booking Japanese talents or foreign talents that isn't I mean, they did Io, Asuka. Right?
I'm about to say Japanese talent, they don't have titties.
Yeah. If you're not Io, Asuka, yeah. It's a shame.
Hey, Shinsuke, maybe you need to be hot.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, Triple H me.
That has me feel for Evil coming in then.
Oh God, he's worse than Nakamura.
Evil. So if you guys don't really know much about Evil, he is. Damn, man. He's a very good heel, but he's very mid in the ring.
Yeah. Ugh. I mean, I guess when he's not doing that character, I mean, he was decent when he was in Lost of Goblinopolis.
Right. He has a great look on him.
Japanese
he can have a good match. Him and Aaron Wolf at Wrestle Kingdom was a very good match, I thought.
Yeah.
But yeah, Evil is. Yeah, I don't see any big success for Evil on WWE when he comes in. So
he's gonna come in and feud with Solo Sikoa.
He's gonna come in and join the Judgment Day.
You know what? That would. You know what? Considering the character, well, if it was the old Judgment Day,
right,
that would even fit with the whole old goth aesthetic. That would have been great. But
yeah, the new Judgment Day, it's just
unless we go see Evil and Chuck Taylors and Dickies.
Right.
Oh no.
Walk into the ring, that'd be interesting.
That'll be a sight to see. And
ain't gonna lie.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see
it. Me neither. Although it will be funny.
Yeah. Just like a car wreck. I mean, car wrecks aren't funny, but it's just something you can't turn away. He's got to look like, oh my God, how bad is it? Oh, that bad, huh? I'm good. But yeah, with going back to AJ versus Shinsuke, I enjoyed the match. Again, it's a shame that we didn't have this Shinsuke consistently booked. And even if he didn't win the world title, I mean, I wish he would have won the world title. But at least him being in contention and being booked strong. And it's a shame. Like I think back of NXT, Black and Gold days, and it's like damn, like what happened? I mean, we know what happened,
right? But
it's like damn, like what could have been? But yeah, I mean, if this is AJ Styles' last match with Shinsuke, and oh man, it's a good send off, and I enjoyed the match. Again, I love AJ. I still can't believe he's gonna retire. I mean, it seems like it, there's no way like they would have, I know we're gonna probably talk about this later, but there's just no way they're gonna extend this to Mania. Like it's just
Right.
doesn't make any sense. But yeah, again, AJ, one of the greats, and Shinsuke, what could have been, but yeah.
Great.
I mean, despite all that too, like, even with Shinsuke, like, I guess like his career in America, and it's not over yet, right? But his career in America is definitely underachieving, right? But like, you go back and watch his Japan stuff at least.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But anyone watching the YouTube chat, or if you're watching on Facebook or Twitter, feel free to leave a comment, a like, and a sub. We just got 2 new subs, so we're currently at 188 on the YouTube channel. So dope.
Nice.
And the main event was a fatal 4-way to determine who would face Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble. Sami Zayn, who's the home country hero, Damien Priest, Randy Orton, Trick Williams, who is already over. I mean, it's might be too much. Might be going overboard, but yeah, the dude gets a huge reaction. I mean, it helps that he's a catchphrase, but the guy looks like $1 million. He walks like $1 million. He can talk. He has good matches. It helps that they're putting him in the ring with guys that know what to do.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, because like he can't lead a match yet. He's very charismatic, man, but like if he wants to be a top guy in like WrestleMania main events, he's gonna need to learn how to work better.
Very true. But
I mean, he's good, but like he's not to that level yet.
Yeah,
he's got to he's got to get reps.
Yep.
You got to get the reps and learn. They're doing the right thing with him. They're having him mix it up with top guys. So I mean, hopefully he can get to where he needs to be by doing that.
Yep.
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, they started off with having him come out, with Sammy. So that kind of looks like a feud, which I wouldn't mind that. It only benefits Trick.
Mm-hmm.
They had him come out the next week with Randy. I mean, that's another match I wouldn't mind seeing, because physically they match up pretty well, even though Randy's a little older and Trick's younger. But I mean, it also helps that Randy's built like a brick shithouse, in his 40s. But yeah, I mean, a guy like Trick needs good opponents, and it looks like WWE's really they're putting on. I mean, it's almost like they're putting on kid gloves with how to book someone like Trick and how to make him look strong. And they're doing a good job. My only worry is Oba. Like, that's what I'm cautiously optimistic about, but we'll get to that later. But this match was very like A to Z, as far as like you kind of knew what was going to happen going in. You knew Sammy was going to win because it's Montreal. Wasn't going to be Trick, wasn't going to be Damien, that's for sure. Probably would have been Randy, but I think they might be saving that for later. But in this case, it makes sense that it was Sammy, and also because like next week, the Rumble's in Saudi Arabia, and he's also, a big, hero over there. So Sammy won, as we all suspected. Match wasn't bad, just a little way too predictable, But after which, Drew tried to attack Sammy when his back was turned, and then Sammy got the upper hand and took out Drew. But what'd you guys think?
I thought the match was paint by the numbers, so that was good. Again, to what I was mentioning with Trick, or kind of what you're mentioning too as well, that he needs to be involved with talent that can really help him have a good match. And when you have those 3 other talents in there, Randy Orton, Sami Zayn, and Damien Priest, to me, that you can't really not have a bad match or a bad showing when you have those 3 in there with you. But I was kind of surprised that Trick didn't get pinned, because Trick was a thorn in the side for Sami Zayn, and I thought Sami was going to get the pin, but I guess they're really trying to protect Trick right now for pinfalls. But I'll say that I thought the right decision was made, and with Sami winning, going into Saudi Arabia, him being fed to Drew McIntyre to lose, it's the right decision. So
Guess I go next. Yeah, just I don't want to say predictable, but Sammy was the only choice, clearly only choice to to come out of this match the victor. But I don't know. I think Triple H could pull you know pull a unpredictability card from his deck that he rarely uses, just to say, oh, I did something unpredictable, guys, at the Rumble, and have he can win the WWE title and then just drop it back to Drew, which will be stupid and won't make any sense. Like, logically won't make any sense. But like you guys are saying, like for him to be the top guy with the top prize in the company, I don't think he's ready. Not saying that he's not deserving, but he's just not
Next year's
that level.
WrestleMania, which is going to be in Saudi, that will probably be Sami Zayn's time. And funny enough, if I remember, around this time last year, I was like, well, WrestleMania, next year, which is this year now, Sami Zayn versus Drew McIntyre for the World Championship or WWE Championship. So I was off by a couple months, but
you gotta play the lotto.
Yeah,
you gotta play the lotto.
I guess. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. But just to wrap up, again, the match was just, again, Sam was clearly the only choice to win here. Trick looked good. Like he was definitely, being the sneaky heel, and he looked great out there. Randy, of course, he's Randy, and Damien Priest, he was there, basically eat the pin. There was no way he was gonna pin Randy or pin Trick, no way.
Right.
He was there to take the pin. But yeah, this match, again, just going back, keep saying it, just more emphasis on story. It's just, four guys out there just, fighting, and it's like, yeah, just, again, this match is gonna be forgettable. And we got the Rumble coming up. This match didn't hold any weight. We knew who was coming off on top, So yeah, it's just wait and see what happens at the Rumble with Sammy. I have a feeling he's gonna win just for that shock factor, because that's what Triple H loves to do. He just loves to just change, that title changes, and just the shocks and surprises, and not much story. So I definitely think just for the unpredictability factor, I think he's gonna do that, and then have Drew win it back. And I don't know if that's the case, then they're doing the title a disservice. But that's just me.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought the match was fine. It is what it is. I like Trick Williams mixing it up with the vets. Sami Zayn needed this for his story. One thing I will say this, and I said this on my show on Saturday, I don't want Sami Zayn's going to lose the match, obviously, and we'll get into that later on. But what I don't want him to do is keep on whining about it, because I think the more you whine as a babyface, the more the fans are going to turn on you. So when he loses, they have to find a way for him not to bring it up too many times. Otherwise, it is going to get old. It is going to get annoying, and the fans will start to turn on him. So I'll say that. But yeah, I thought it was fine. Damien Priest is so fucking cold right now. It makes no sense whatsoever. I think he needs to go away for a while and repackage this gimmick a little bit.
He needs to go back to being the heel.
He needs to go back to being a heel. I wouldn't mind. Look, I know he's probably a little too old for this, but you're never too old to be a womanizer, in my opinion. But he needs to go back to being that rock star he was in NXT, man. I mean, he needs that. That was when he was his most interesting, because this babyface, all rise coming out. I'm not digging it at all. I think Priest needs to definitely go back to being a heel again. Something. Because he is so cold right now. It's ridiculous. Very cold.
It's been interesting since he left the Judgment Day.
Exactly. Yeah. He's probably one of those guys that need, kind of like They said the Miz is at his best when he's got like somebody with him or something like that. Priest is probably one of those guys that needs somebody around him, which ain't bad. It's not like you can't have people around him to help propel him up, but then still do what they need to do at the end of the day too. I'm not saying having Rhea Ripley around him 24/7, but damn, like he needs something. He needs something. Man. He needs a layer.
To me, he's at the point of. So remember Kofi Mania, right?
Yep.
Kofi Mania, Kofi Kingston winning the title, all that stuff, and he was champion for a little while, and all that stuff. And Kofi didn't really get back up to prominence. I think that's gonna be the same thing with Damien Priest, unless something major changes happens with him. But you got all these new guys coming in who have higher upside than him. Yep. I just don't see him getting back up to that point. He could be a United States champion or Continental champion, but main eventer, no. You got Braun Breaker, you got fucking Obafemi now. You know what I mean? And you still got other top guys that you got to contend and compete with as well. It's like I don't see it. I just don't see it. I mean, I don't hope that something bad happens to him, like he loses his job or something like that. But I just don't see him being back on that top of the list anymore. Just is what it is.
No,
I agree.
And also not for nothing, he's also 40. So the clock's kind of ticking.
Well,
as far as like not necessarily.
Yes and no. Yeah, I mean, I can see both sides to that.
Not necessarily like his career is going to be over. I meant like you had all the momentum whenever he won Money in the Bank, and then he's with the Judgment Day and cashed in. It's just like, what else can you do with it? I mean, I know RJ brought up, have him go back to being the rock star, which that would make him at least interesting. But as far as like, I don't see him ever being a world champion again, in my opinion. Glass ceiling, U.S. title, at best, but him being like a main eventer, maybe competing for a world title, but yeah, that's only like break glass in case of emergency situations where it's just like we don't have anyone.
Yeah.
So, but that's Saturday night's main event. I'd rate it maybe like an 8.5 out of 10.
I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10.
Yeah, why so low, Ruben?
Because while there was some good moments, it's gonna be forgettable. Like these past few Saturday Night's main events have not been. It just feel like essentially like a house show, one big house show. The only thing of note that happened was the brawl. That's everything. The women's tag match, and AJ and Shinsuke was good, but it's like we should have had this years ago. We should have had Shinsuke be booked like this years ago. We're 2026. We're in 2026, and Shinsuke, when he was in 2017, like in 2017, 2018, he should have been booked like this, and he wasn't. So it's like, why? And I love Shinsuke, I love AJ, I love all these people that are on the show, but again, like, who cares if they're not being booked properly, if they're not being used in a way that will make us care, make us want to go and watch,
Fair point. All right, so we're done with that. Really not much to Raw. We kind of talked about it in spurts, but for the most part, it was an okay Raw. It wasn't terrible. It was just setting up Saturday mainly, and NXT.
Saturday's main event or the Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble, I'm sorry.
Okay.
NXT, I watched the first hour, and then I kind of tapped out after a while. But I don't know if you guys want to have any thoughts before we move on to the Rumble.
Well, I mean, I did want to go back to Raw at least.
Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, you had obviously we talked about the Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles match as well, but also the Vision.
And and Triple H. There, no funny.
Triple H strikes again. He strikes again.
God damn it, Spinebuster Tees. You're not gonna make a penny off of me. I don't know. That's weird.
I told you
but
once.
no,
I told you twice. Sit down and
Raw-
shut up.
Raw wasn't too bad. It was actually, one of the better Raws in a while. I thought, I don't know if you guys got this impression with the Vision stuff. Do you get the impression that they might turn on Braun in the Rumble?
Oh boy. I mean, the people want to cheer Braun Breaker. I'm pretty sure Triple H is not dumb. It's a possibility. It's a possibility. I hate it because we didn't get that Braun tag team run with the tag team titles, but it's a possibility. I mean, look, nothing's off the table, in my opinion, as far as this goes. Because, look, we've been talking about how bad Triple H's creative was last year, this, that, and the other. What choices do we have this year? He can't use John Cena as a crutch anymore. You have to do something to spark people's interest to come to these shows. You need to do things to jump off the page. And when it comes to the Vision, nothing's for certain. I mean, we see how they did Seth Rollins dirty. So nothing is off the table when it comes to all that. So
sorry, I got kicked out. My bad. My browser's messed up. So, but yeah, no, I thought Raw was good though. Just to highlight again real quick, Braun Breaker with Adam Pearce and all that. I thought that was very good. The Gunther segment was very good as well. With Michael Cole, hey, all in your career next, I mean, all that. And I thought that was very good too as well. And Natalia is a natty, is officially natty. Is she gonna do something with it? Are they gonna do something with her with it? Probably not, but at least it's a character change that we want to see on the main roster TV. I don't really suspect much out of it, but it's good to see. But yeah, no, I thought there was some good things in Raw. A little bit more than just a skim over it.
No, I agree with you. I mean, Raw. I mentioned while you're out that it's one of the better Raws in a while. This is what it looks like when they actually are, I guess, somewhat inspired with storytelling. But yeah, Justin, I was asking Ruben and RJ about this. I want to get your opinion. Based on the segment on Monday, do you get the feeling that the Vision might turn on Braun in the Rumble?
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm just curious.
No, that'll be very, very stupid.
And yeah, because they turned on Seth, and then Braun Breaker is like the biggest star there, just for them to turn.
Yes.
Like, just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
like,
that's dumb. Like,
yeah, you literally.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, it's like just fire everybody, get everybody out of there. As far as like creative wise, just get everybody out of there. That's inexcusable.
And at that point, who would want to join the Vision? It's like you're going to get turned on.
There's no more Vision, really. At that point,
it's like Seth founded the Vision, he got turned on, and then I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah. I mean, when you look at who's important from top to bottom in that group, they have to do some serious work, which I don't think Triple H has it in him to do in order to get. If you kick out Braun Breaker, there needs to be Bronson Reed has to start killing everybody, just as much as Braun Breaker was. He has to start killing everybody. Austin Theory has to start winning matches. Logan Paul's gonna have to start wrestling more and winning matches. Like, you have to really be. If you kick out Braun Breaker, you better damn well be ready to run the fucking train with Theory, Reed, and fucking Logan Paul. You're gonna have to do that, because if you're not, why should anybody take this group seriously?
No,
true.
No, great. That was a Raw. Again, good Raw, not a bad Raw. All right, so do y'all want to move on to the Royal Rumble?
I thought you were gonna go to NXT.
Well, I only watched half of NXT.
Oh well. Okay.
You guys
Royal Rumble then.
I mean, in case you guys want to talk about it a little bit, like give your thoughts on it.
I mean, I'll just say this. NXT itself, I mean, the women's division is still okay. That men's division is,
oh my gosh,
man. For the NXT championship. Did we see the field for this NXT ladder match?
Yeah, not pleasant.
I mean,
other than Ricky Starks and Joe Hendry, I know I'm not the biggest Joe Hendry fan, but like in comparison to the rest of the field,
yeah,
like
Jackson Drake, and
I love Jackson Drake, but he's not ready yet. He's not ready for that yet. Maybe in a year, but not now. You know what I mean?
I like him too.
Legacy, he's just so generic. Very good in the ring, but so generic.
Yeah, nothing there, no sauce.
Keanu Carver.
They're really putting the gas behind him.
Look,
I hate that. That finisher is weak.
I'll put it to you this way. If there was no Obafemi and no Powerhouse Hobbs coming in, then yeah, he'll stand out. But you got two guys that are better than him coming in and look better than him coming. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
You know, people are like, oh, he's not very different from Obafemi, and you know, he's not very different. That's the main comparison to him and Obafemi. They're different. I'm like, yeah, but they're really not two at the same time.
One's elegant destruction, and one's rugged destruction. That's literally the difference. One's ghetto and one's not.
Yeah, so I'm like, you know, but I hope the best for him. I really do. But like just right now, if I were WWE, if I were NXT, if I were Shawn Michaels, I would try to separate them as far as they can. But it seems like they're not doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
I don't know. They're trying this whole crash out gimmick with him, where he's crashing out on everybody. Which I mean, that's fine. That's fine for a good laugh or whatever. But they're gonna really need to do some stuff with his character and everything like that. And first and foremost, they need to change that awful finisher. By the way, what the hell is that? He picked the guy up, scooped him up, twisted him down for a power slam. Ow! That don't look like it hurts. Like, just let the dude use the pounce. That's great when he used the pounce. Exactly. I need a good pounce in 2026. Nobody does it. Yeah. Period. Like, come on, man. Shit.
You're going down. Wait, wrong guy.
This the right theme song.
Right guy.
No, I was being cheap. I was joking, but no, Marcus Corvon. No, it's just, I mean, the gimmick is going to get tired after a while. It's like, oh, he's mad again this week. Who's he going to get mad again at this week? Like, eventually that's going to get old. And like to what Justin just said, you're going to have, you know, Hobbs come in or Royce Keys come in. And it's like, what do we need you for? We have him.
Yeah.
You know? So
that's why I think Hobbs is going straight up.
No. He needs to go to NXT.
For what?
He still needs development.
For what?
He needs. I mean, he was in AEW for so long. He needs to kind of come in and, like, you know,
he don't have bad
get
habits.
A little better.
Yeah,
but nobody's gonna know who he is on the main roster.
Who cares? Nobody knows who Johnny Gargano is either. you hear the zero reaction he gets every week when he comes out.
Right, but it's just like, I don't know. I'd personally keep him on NXT. That's just me.
I think we need to stop putting veterans in NXT. I think we need to if they're young, if they're young, put them in NXT.
I see it from both sides.
If they're over 34, you gotta call them up. Like,
I see it from both sides. I think NXT definitely needs him. I'll say NXT needs him more than the main roster. However, if he goes up to the main roster, I think he'll. I think long term, him being on the main roster will probably be better for him going to the main roster first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because he gets to work with people that are up his speed. Yeah. If he goes to NXT, he's gonna be wrestling kids.
And I said this too last week. I don't know if you heard this, RJ, but you know who you can pair him up with?
No, go ahead.
Trick Williams.
You're not the first person.
him and Trick Williams together will be money. He can be Trick Williams' bodyguard per se, right? Still have matches, still do the Will Hobbs thing, right?
Yeah.
Then you can have Trick Williams eventually beat Carmelo Hayes for the United States Championship. And guess what? Eventually, Powerhouse Hobbs, he wants to get a little piece of that action. He can turn on Trick Williams. Either he can turn babyface or stay heel, whatever the case may be, and he could beat Trick Williams for the United States Championship. You got your 3 next United States champions right there if you do it right.
That's not a bad idea, actually. That's a very good idea. And you know what? I hope they do that, actually. That's why I don't want him in NXT. Like, I think if you're over 34 years old, we need to get this thing on, because I mean, why have him waste away for like a year or two in NXT,
right,
or on the main roster doing something to help, like you say, progress Trick Williams' character, because Trick Williams' character, he's more character than he is wrestling. And I think if he has Hobbs as his bodyguard, that's more stuff for him. And that would help Hobbs get more over if Triple H puts the work in to help develop their relationship, chemistry, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a better flow.
So I'll say this too. Me and you agree about Hobbs being on the main roster, because I'm leaning towards more of that too as well.
Yeah.
But you're saying 35 years or older. What about guys like Ricky Saints and Ethan Page? I mean, I think Ethan Page benefited going to NXT first.
He did. He
so
definitely did.
It's kind of like, I think it just depends on the wrestler itself. I think Hobbs is probably better for the main roster now.
Yeah.
Than just going straight to NXT. But you know, I think it's a case by case situation. Now, if they're like 30, if it's like Samoa Joe, like 2016, whatever it was, this Samoa Joe really needs to be down at NXT. No. But when he first came to WWE, the idea was he was going to be in NXT and not come up to the main roster. So
yeah, I just I don't like that. I didn't like it then. I don't like it now. That's when I hated when Bobby Roode was down there beating all the younger guys. I was like, oh,
he should have been straight to the main roster. But
this is developmental, not fucking stat pad for an old TNA guy. Like, come on, what the fuck? So yeah, I've always been skeptical about anybody that's over 35 going to NXT and squashing all the young guys.
That's fair.
I've always been against that.
Any closing thoughts on NXT before we move on to the Rumble?
They need to let Tony D'Angelo talk fast. This whole thing of him being mysterious, it's getting old real quick. Usually Sean is on the money, but I think they're still trying to figure out certain details of his character, but they need to really let this man talk and talk quickly. Why is he acting this way? This has been going on for months now. Why are you acting this way? What happened to you between the last time we saw you to when you reappeared?
Right.
Like, he needs to start talking fast, because this is starting to get old.
Well, he did say next week he's gonna speak his mind. So I guess
well, he better have the whole plot down packed. That's all I gotta say.
Right.
But look, they're trying to rebuild, so like I'm cool with that. I ain't got no problems with that. Sometimes you gotta have some growing pains after your roster gets rated or whatever. So I'm not gonna be too harsh on NXT. They only dealt the cards that they have, and apparently they're trying to get more cards with some experience into the mix. So I think that's a good thing based off those last tryouts. So I think we might be back on track in a couple of months.
Right.
All right. So yeah, Royal Rumble time, people.
I thought we were gonna talk about AEW, or at least Ciampa.
No. Okay.
No, we can go
I'm kidding. Tommaso Ciampa, like we mentioned earlier, he is AEW bound. He showed up tonight and it interacted with Mark Briscoe, and that's interesting.
Ring of Honor, baby. Woo!
I mean, for Ciampa, it's like good for him. He's making money. He's gonna have an easy schedule. The guy is not exactly a spring chicken. I mean, he said in his Instagram post, he's probably gonna do this for another decade, and then he's gonna call it a day.
If he can make it.
Yeah, true. But I'm happy for him. He's making money.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't fault people for making money. But he's in AEW and
that don't work for Drew. Drew ain't watching that.
I don't. I honestly, well, I don't want to say that. Never mind. But
Okay.
I will say this though. Ciampa being there, he seems re-energized, right? Because I did see the segment here. He does seem that he has, a goal in mind or whatever. But let's be honest. I have no issue with Ciampa being there. I want him to do his thing. I want him to be very successful, right? But this is what Tony Khan is going to do. He's going to use him for a few weeks. He's going to get bored of him, and he's going to put him on the back burner. And he's going to make his money. Good for him on that. But he's going to be pulling the back burner. So that's the only thing that I don't like about this. I thought he could have been in a better position in TNA, where he could be TNA World Champion, where he can actually, where another heel outside of Nick Nemeth and Kazarian can give a challenge to Santana.
Yeah. Those promo exchanges would have been great.
But, is what it is. I mean, he's taking the big money offer, and he deserves it too. I mean, all the injuries he's had. I mean, he deserves that big money. I don't know if this was a big money offer or not, but I'm more than sure that Tony Khan will pay him more than whatever TNA was going to pay him.
Oh yeah, for sure, and he's going to be great for that. For selling the Honor Club, because he was such a big part of Ring of Honor. A great wrestler, very battered to beat up. One thing I'll say though, Ciampa probably is like, holy shit, a reaction? I haven't got one of these in years. He came out, he was like, holy shit. He was looking around and people was going nuts for him. He's like, finally, I get a reaction, because over at WWE, I wasn't getting shit. So that was pretty cool for him. I like Ciampa, always been a fan ever since his Embassy days. Him wearing the Gucci print tights and the leopard tights and shit. Him and Prince Nana and Mia Yim and fucking R.D. Evans and shit. So I'm happy that he gets a chance to end his career on a higher note, because I think he's just built for this AEW sicko audience more than he is for WWE.
He may pull on some bloodbaths too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see from him.
I would love to see him go to Ring of Honor to fight Bandito for the Ring of Honor championship. He never got a chance to win that championship before, so
True.
That'd be dope. But yeah, that's it.
What about you, Ruben?
I think Tommaso going to AEW. I think we truly don't know what he's thinking, but our guesses are just the fact that he wasn't really going anywhere in WWE. Like, he was just saddled with whatever they got going on in the tag division. And he's one of the other ones from NXT, from Black and Gold. Like, what happened? Like, he was one of the biggest heels in that company at that time.
He's one of the biggest heels of this fucking century.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
like that character and the heel work and just the story that went in, and of course, like, all of that made us want to watch his matches with Johnny Gargano. That's him being that heel made us root for and get behind Gargano. But I really do think possibility for the money and trying to get ROH title. I definitely think those are one of the two things, because I'm sure he saved his money. I'm sure he's responsible individual, but having more money wouldn't hurt. But I think it's just for him to go and try something new. He got a good reaction, and I do worry that Tony Khan will get bored of him, just like he gets bored with a lot of his other toys that come. He gets in his toy chest and then he just buries them in the bottom. new ones come up, plays with them. So I'm worried about that. But I think he made his choice, and I feel he's gonna maximize, the choices that he made, and hell, like, get some good matches out of it. Maybe, I hope we can get a good story out of this. There's potential there, but we gotta wait and see.
Yep.
Agreed. But yeah. Now we can move on to the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble is this Saturday. It's going to be in Saudi Arabia at the King Abdullah Financial District in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, in a brand new building that they just built. It's going to be early, so it's going to be at 1 p.m. Central Time, 2 p.m. Eastern. Again, I'm fine with early pay-per-views. Like, if we can have a Royal Rumble where it's done by like 4:30 p.m., that'd be dope. I don't know, but that's just kind of how I feel. So the Royal Rumble, so far there's 4 matches. I think that's kind of gonna be the way it is. So let's start with the non-Rumble matches. AJ Styles versus Gunther in a career-threatening match. If AJ Styles loses, he will be forced to retire from in-ring competition.
This match here has a lot that they can do. I'm kind of leaning towards that Gunther winning and AJ retire. He's not retired. First of all, let's get this out right here. He ain't retiring. He's retiring from WWE. We'll just say that. I can definitely see AJ Styles going to TNA. And I can see AJ Styles going to AEW. I can see AJ Styles having a match against Kenny Omega. I can see AJ Styles having a match against Will Ospreay. I can see AJ Styles having a match against Swerve. I can see that. And him ending his career in AEW. Not saying I want to see it or whatever the case would be. Actually, I kind of do want to see it. Just see the matches. You know what I mean? Him and Kenny Omega, I mean, sign me up. You know what I mean? Him and Ospreay, sign me up, right? I do want to see that. So,
yeah.
A
lot of unfinished business.
Yeah, for sure. And Tony Khan, he's gonna this is gonna be one of those cases where Tony Khan's gonna bring him in and actually treat him like a star. This ain't gonna be a Ciampa situation. This ain't gonna be an Andrade situation. Like, he's actually gonna bring this guy in and treat him like a star because it's AJ fucking Styles, right? But another thing that they can do, because things can change on a dime, right? I can see a situation where AJ does beat Gunther by one or two ways. If AJ beats Gunther, these are going to be the two ways he's going to beat Gunther. Number one, Gunther's going to get himself disqualified. He's going to get himself disqualified, and thus AJ Styles wins and his career continues, right? I can definitely see that. That's number one. But number two, I think the more interesting thing, right, is that the match that AJ Styles and Gunther had, remember how Gunther won? Does anybody remember that? How he won?
Yeah, he cheated.
Did he cheat? Was it really cheating per se? I guess.
Because AJ had him tapping up, but the referee didn't see it, and then Gunther.
It's not really cheating, though.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't try it.
It's not really. I don't think. Regardless, so that's what happened. That's what happened. What if Gunther tries to tap out again this time on purpose? Right, he's tapping out on purpose to make AJ think, oh, he's tapping out again, right? But this time the referee sees it. Gunther didn't mean to tap out. He's only doing it to get AJ off of him, and that'll be the way that he'll win the match. In a I guess a fluky way. But look, here's the thing. I don't really foresee. I really have a hard time thinking that WWE, actually, I probably don't have a hard time thinking about it with this fucking company, but just having AJ just lose with no build, not having him doing it at WrestleMania, or it could be a situation where it's like where Paul went up to AJ, where it's like, hey, we got these matches on the WrestleMania card. I don't think we're going to be able to get you in a prominent match on WrestleMania to do a retirement match. Do you want to retire at the Royal Rumble? Could be that too. I don't know. We'll see. And he said that his career is going to end in 2026. His last year of wrestling. Is his contract through 2026? Is his contract through the rest of this month? We don't know for sure. Because I don't think there has actually been a story about that out there. So there's a lot of...
Allegedly, his contract is supposed to run up in February. Allegedly.
What source?
Well, that's why I said allegedly. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If there's a source, if it's coming from Meltzer, are we gonna listen to that? Yeah, I mean, like, is it coming? Oh,
hence why I said allegedly.
Look at that, live on the stream. So look, we don't know for sure until it actually does happen, right? So I'm not gonna go off of that because there's a lot of shit that allegedly is supposed to happen and it never fucking happens, right? So so we'll see what happens. But as of right now, going back to the question, who we're picking for win, I am gonna go ahead and go with AJ. I'm not confident in that, but I'm gonna go with AJ Styles' career continuing in the WWE. So there's that.
Agreed. I just, this match just hasn't really had a lot of build up. So I don't know. I find it kind of. I refuse to think that AJ is just going to retire at the Rumble. But then
Especially
again,
Saudi Arabia.
This booking in WWE has been weird. So it's one of those things that, like, I can't put it past them. It's like John Cena's last match ever was in DC and not in Boston. It's like, why wouldn't AJ's last match be in Georgia?
His last match was in a fucking graveyard.
Well, that made sense with his character. At least. AJ, like, why not retire AJ in Georgia?
Really? Well, yeah, I guess it was a graveyard, but
or Nashville or Orlando.
Yeah,
because those are TNA, locations, and Georgia's his hometown. So, I to go with Justin, I like your idea where, like, Gunther gets full of himself. He's like, I'm tapping out, AJ, and then the referee sees it. He's like, shit. Like that. Yeah. That would be kind of creative
because it protects Gunther. So you can't really have Gunther really tap out again. Like he should be like, "Oh, I'm tapping out," ha ha ha, and it's like the ref catches him. He tapped out, But we'll see. We'll see how they book it.
Yeah, that'd be funny, and creative. But or Gunther just, like, he thinks he's gonna lose and then he gets himself disqualified. One of those two. But I like your idea better, Justin. But RJ, Ruben, what do y'all think?
I think AJ Styles survives. I refuse to believe his career is going to be done at the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia. I think AJ Styles fights to live on to see another day. That's just the way I see it. I just refuse to believe it. And Gunther beating him twice, I just don't see it. Don't see it. I think AJ Styles ekes it out either by DQ, which is lame, but once again, he lives to see another day. Or he just straight up beats him, small package or something. So that's just the way I see it.
Fruit roll up, huh? I mean,
fruit roll up.
I like those growing up as a kid, but
they were great.
That's to me, it just seems like WWE, just busted their load. Having Gunther and AJ go at it on the Monday Night Raw versus just having them wait. And we don't know. Maybe AJ didn't want to, renew his contract. Maybe there's no room for him at Mania, which is ridiculous because it's AJ Styles. Like, you figure out a way to put him on the damn card. That's why, to me, like, this is all just doesn't make any sense. But that is the MO of WWE in 2025 and now 2026. Just nothing makes sense, and we're racking our brains, literally, pulling hair, pulling our hair out. I mean, I don't got no hair in my head, but, if I did, I'm not going to pull my beard hair out. But no, it's like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, for AJ to retire, I get it. He debuted at the Rumble. I get that. But just to go out in this fashion does not make any sense. To me, it's just this is a victim of bad booking and just poor planning, poor, just being lackadaisical with this. And yeah, I think Gunther actually retires AJ. I don't want it. I don't want him to do it. I want AJ to retire at the end of the year, give him a full year, but I don't think they're gonna have, they're gonna give that to AJ like they did Cena, and Cena's retirement tour was not good. It was just like, wrote through rose-colored glasses. Yeah, it was nice seeing Cena turn heel, pipe bomb with CM Punk, but no, it was not good. That was poorly planned too. I don't think they will do AJ justice if he were to retire at the end of the year this year. So I think they're just gonna pull the Band-Aid and they're just gonna retire AJ early, and I think that's what AJ wants. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. If he wins, cool, because I want to see AJ wrestle and retire properly in the States. But I think they do it. I think they'll pull the trigger and retire AJ and make Gunther the quote unquote career killer, even though he tapped out to Jey Uso, not letting that down. Because
they're trying to trademark that too, the career killer.
Yeah, like I'm sorry. I love Gunther. Like watching him in NXT UK, one of my favorites. Hard hitting, but just they didn't do Gunther any favors in his booking too. So it's just like, again, like I was saying, and we'll move on. They put everyone at the same level, so no one feels special. They want you to think that people are special, but not in the way that we know they're special. And in turn, everyone just feels the same. They're at that level, right? And that's what we have. So AJ doesn't feel larger. I mean, we know AJ is larger than life, but the company doesn't feel that way. Because
right.
look how they treated him. Look how they treated Gunther, having him tap out to Jey Uso, Yeet Man. And it's not all Jey Uso's fault. It's just, again, the booking. So I'm attacking the booking, not the individuals. And I'm attacking Paul Levesque because he at the end of the day, he's booking all this shit. And it's garbage. It's just all this is garbage.
Garbage.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If so, when AJ loses, he's out of WWE. Where do you see his next stop? Because do you think his career is just done? You think he's just getting his career right there?
I think there's a possibility he'll go to TNA and try to finish his career off there. And yeah, it'll sound strange because TNA has a partnership with WWE, but there's a possibility. Or he can just say screw TNA and just go to AEW. Maybe get a proper send off. Get the AEW title. Who knows? Just anything can happen in the world of wrestling, but my gut is telling me that he's gonna try to finish his career in TNA, have one more run with the TNA world title, and then just retire.
Sure. Yep. I can see that too.
Yeah. Kind of the same. This one thing is like I don't want to see AJ go to AEW, and probably because I'm an AEW hater, but AJ just seems like someone who just doesn't want to deal with that kind of bullshit. And yeah, he's friends with the Young Bucks, friends with Kenny. Would it shock me if he went to AEW? Probably not, because he still wants to get that dream rematch with Kenny, and that dream match with Will, and maybe take the free payday, and to Tony Khan's credit, he would make him look like a star, from day one, because AJ is a star. I would like to see him go to TNA and maybe, finish out his career there. I also kind of believe AJ.
He has really no one to work with. I mean, he has Santana, and he does got Nick Nemeth, which we seen the match. Yeah, I mean, many times, and him and Kazarian would be cool, right? As callbacks, but oof, can we really get 10 months out of that? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Probably not, but yeah, I mean, it's one of those things of like, it would surprise me if he showed up on AEW. It really wouldn't, even though I would want, I wouldn't want that for him. But you know, again, I can't tell him what to do. We can't tell him what to do. So, but I don't think AJ's retiring at Rumble. No, I don't think Saturday's going to be his last match. So, next you have Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn for the WWE Championship. Again, this will be a very, very good match. This could be match of the night. You know, on paper it sounds like match of the night, but Drew's winning. I mean, they're not going to have Drew lose, you know, after he just won the title. I personally think Drew's going to hold on to that title until Mania. He might even hold on to it maybe like a little longer. I'm not saying like a year. I'd say like maybe a few months at best. But Drew's obviously going to win. But it'll be a very, very good match. There's no doubt about it.
I got Sami Zayn losing this match, Drew winning, and I really don't got much else to say. It's gonna be a good match. It's gonna be a good match. Be very emotional. He's gonna get out there. The crowd's gonna be hot. They're gonna be pulling for Sami Zayn. There's gonna be near falls. It's gonna be like, oh my god, I thought Sami was gonna win it, but Drew's gonna win it, and that's that. And Sami's moment will have to wait at least another year.
All right.
I'm very short with this because there's not really much to talk about this match, but it should be very good match. But it is predictable. That's about it.
Yeah, same. I just want to go ahead and get it out of the way. Yeah, Drew McIntyre's winning this matchup, and Sami Zayn's gonna have to dust himself off and try it again next year.
Yep.
Oh boy, I'm the odd man out. I don't want Sami to win the WWE title, but just with the surprises, because I think with the Rumble, who's gonna win, it's gonna be pretty, straightforward. So you're gonna have like that shocking surprise or twist, but there's a possibility Sami could walk out champion, be a fruit roll up or be a something. I don't want that to happen, but that could be a possibility. Just so Triple H doesn't get accused of not taking risks, because he's, like we were talking about, he plays it safe. He's Sesame Street safe, So I think that's where the unpredictability or shaking things up is that factor is gonna come in. But my head, logically, I will want Drew to win because he just got that title, and there's so much he can do with that belt, and he's actually deserving of that belt. But I'm still gonna go with Sami winning. Just my gut feeling.
I think if they're gonna do surprises, I mean, the surprises are gonna be in the Rumble. I don't think they're gonna do it for Sami, at least not just yet. Like Justin's been mentioning, I think next year will be Sami's year. This year is like this will be a prelude into next year. Obviously.
Yeah, I mean, there's rumors that we're gonna have Roman and Rock next year at Mania. It could be for the title. I don't think it should be for the title, but if it's gonna be for the title, then you get Sami, winning the belt now out of the way, then have him drop it. I'm just thinking ahead. I don't know, maybe too far ahead, but I'm just basing on that because Mania is gonna be at Saudi next year, and the Saudis, they're gonna want Rock and Roman. They're gonna pay. They're gonna literally back up the Brinks truck, the armored truck, to get that match. Because to be honest, we should have had that match a few years ago, but what happened. But yeah, that's like my rationale.
I don't think Rock and Roman would be for a title. I don't think that's gonna be.
It doesn't need to
the
be
match. The match is too big for it not to. It doesn't need a title. Now it's gonna main event. That's one thing. It will main event, but I don't think it will be with the title. If Sammy is going to go up, maybe I will do Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn next year for a title. Doesn't have to be for WWE title, but it can be for a title. That's like opening contest scheduled for one fall type of situation there. That ain't main event either.
Current jerker.
Yeah, that's opening contest scheduled for one fall daytime. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Oh,
You remember WrestleMania 31 when Undertaker was coming out during the daytime?
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah,
Or
that's what Sami Zayn
or Sting.
His interest is gonna be during the daytime. He's gonna get fireworks during the daytime, so it's gonna be one of those situations.
Yeah.
Nuts.
No, I see where you guys come from, but I don't know with like even if Sammy doesn't win, like they could do so many surprises, but in the Rumble, each Rumble, but it just won't matter because like, and we'll get to who's gonna win those Rumbles, but it's like you can do but so many surprises. Like, oh my God, they're back and they're gone. It's this Rumble this year has not been like it's not. I'm always excited for a Rumble, but this year has not been like I haven't been excited. For a Rumble. For this Rumble, it's just been like, oh, okay, it's there. I guess I watch it. So it's like the surprises are gonna be cool, but for like 5 seconds. And yeah, just I don't know, just what else can you do, with the Royal Rumble this year, especially with the creative, the god awful creative, like what they're gonna do, different, But that's just my thought. Again, if I'm wrong, I'll come here and say, hey, I was wrong, guys. But that's just my 2 cents on things.
Ruben, are you gonna eat your hat?
Huh?
Are you gonna eat your hat? Like they say.
I mean, I got some, I got some sazon, I got some adobo, so I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. I mean, it's gonna be tough, but I'll do it. I turn my camera on.
It's either that or death by exile, Ruben.
I'll eat the hat then. I'll definitely eat the hat.
That thing
people usually go for the hat. All right. Yeah. Next is let's start with the women's Royal Rumble match. So far on the women's side, you have Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Roxanne Perez, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Bayley, Lyra Valkyria, and Asuka. Then you also have Chelsea Green, Jordan Grace, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax, Lash Legend, and Julia, and Maxine Dupree and Becky Lynch. So how many women is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Like half of the field. Literally half of the field.
12, 13, 14, 15, 17. So 17 women.
Women.
We need 13 more, obviously.
So let me interrupt because I think this will help us go through the Royal Rumble a little bit easier. So obviously there's 17, according to your count, 17 women, right? What's some of the other women that you think is gonna be in this match, and what you think some of the surprises are gonna be in this match? Like legit surprises, not like Tiffany Stratton. Like, yeah, she's gonna be in there. Yeah, no shit. Like, what are some legit surprises that you think will be when it comes to the women in this match?
NXT women.
Is it really a surprise though? Like Sol Ruka, it's a surprise, but it's not like, oh, but yeah, I get you.
Jada Parker would be nice. JC Jane would be nice. Let's see who else. Thea Hale.
God damn.
I want to see she's gonna need to be double layered if she's going to Saudi.
I want to see how that bodysuit is going to contain all that ass. That's going to be interesting. I'm just saying, fellas. I'm just saying.
Like Thea Hale?
No, Lola Vice.
Lola Vice.
Oh, I didn't hear Lola Vice. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Triple H is gonna be like, hey Lola, you know that thing you do when you come to the ring and you show off your ass and you pose? No, because then you'll die.
Wait. Do the pose again. Never. Oh man, that was.
Oh my lord.
Okay.
No, let's see.
This is what happens when I can show my face on camera. Yeah. Lola, don't do that, or you'll literally die. You will literally be dead in the ring.
Yeah.
Lola, Thea, who else?
JC Jane, Sol Ruka, Kalani. Everybody who was missing last night from NXT, I have a feeling they'll be in the Rumble. So Kalani was missing last night. Lola wasn't on last night. JC Jane was not there last night. So that's
any TNA gals.
Who they got? Leia Ying, how the fuck is Xia Li?
Yeah, I mean, because she knows the WWE system.
Yeah. She's knockouts champion. They usually tend to put the champions in, and like you said, she's familiar. So that would be cool for her.
What about the inspiration?
You're my inspiration. They might be back full time.
That's what I'm saying, like a return to WWE.
Yeah. I would love it. I love them together. I hate it when they broke up.
I got two names, and these are my like legit surprises per se, right?
Melina.
God no. Hey, you know what? I got three names, and this first name I say here is the third name I just thought about right now. Yeah. Just because all the reasons because I saw them doing training, and you know that their husband's gonna be in Saudi Arabia because he's there. He's always there for like WWE shit. Michelle McCool. I don't want to see it, but I'm just saying it's
kind of her being in the Rumble area is kind of old.
Yeah, but that's not the other two names. So the first name is Bianca Belair.
Oh yeah,
okay.
She's very due to return. All she had was a broken knuckle. It wasn't like she had like anything catastrophic injury. She had a broken knuckle and like she was gone. She's been gone for almost a year now.
Bianca Belair.
I got Bianca Belair as a surprise entrant. And my surprise entrant, like a legit surprise, where it's like, oh my god, holy shit! Like
Saraya.
There you go. Yep.
Oh damn! I was just playing around.
I got Paige. I do got Paige.
Yeah.
I got Paige making her WWE return, and
I had her too.
Being in the Rumble.
You know what? I wouldn't mind that. Quick pop. Do a little something. Ain't got to be in the Rumble that long. It'd be nice to see her.
Yeah. I want to see her in there. Yeah.
Just keep away from the guys in the back.
Well, that's a
take all the cell phones away. No championships, belts left on the floor.
Xavier Woods.
That's right.
Oh, Xavier Woods, you better keep that cock in your pants there, son. Brad Maddox, stay the fuck away. Oh man. Oh Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Paige.
Well, those are the surprises. Anybody else got surprises for the women?
Yeah, just Bianca, Paige. Those are like my two, and a lot of the NXT girls, just the ones that didn't show up at NXT, like definitely will be there. But those two, Bianca and Paige, those are like legit someone returning, like that's in the company, and someone that's returning. And then maybe the inspiration, formerly known as the Iconics, those that'll be a nice pop. Guilty pleasure. Like I know a lot of people didn't like them, but I like them.
I like them too.
Yeah.
And another boost for the women's tag team division too. Back to our point earlier.
Yeah.
And Peyton Royce got exposed for not being as charismatic when she split from Billie Kay. But Billie Kay is a less better worker than Peyton Royce. So those two definitely need each other to balance each other out.
Yeah.
And so them being back, I'm all for that. I never thought they should have got released or broken up to begin with.
Same.
So,
All right. Well, all right. So who do you think is gonna win? Like your pick of who's gonna win the women's Royal Rumble?
my pick straight up out of the gate: Bianca Belair.
Well, you're blowing your load here, Drew. Come on, man.
He can't hold it any longer, Justin.
we didn't even talk about the final four. Anything, man.
Oh God! I can't hold it.
I know he's just blowing his load over here, man. It's called a build-up. It's called a build-up.
Oh God!
You know what I mean? Jesus. So
I skipped foreplay and I went straight number.
Yeah. But who before that, what y'all think? Who y'all think is going to be the Iron Woman in this match?
Iron Woman. Damn. Probably Roxanne.
That's a good one. I mean, she was last year. She broke the record.
I think they're gonna make her the workhorse for a while. Give her that title of being workhorse.
Okay.
And dare I say, might be even in the final four. So I'll answer that question as well.
Okay. Drew, what about you?
Roxanne's a good choice. I mean, maybe this is personal bias. I would love if Chelsea was maybe in that conversation of Iron Woman. That'd be pretty fun. Chelsea's a good choice. Io's another good choice. Io can be an Iron Woman.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Io. Io's my Iron Woman.
Good choice. Ruben, what about you? Iron Woman.
I'm gonna say, I mean, Roxanne is a good choice. Chelsea is a good choice. I'm Io. I'm gonna go for Liv Morgan to be Iron Woman.
That's a great choice.
Because I do have her like in my final four.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So definitely she's my Iron Woman.
Okay. We'll talk about that in a second here. But for me, I'm going left field here. Kind of, sort of. Depending on how early they get in the match. But I'm going Sol Ruka.
Okay.
I think she's going to be in the Rumble, and I think she's going to be the Iron Woman. So
Okay.
we'll see with that. Who do you think is going to get the most eliminations?
Lash.
I got Lash Legend 2. So we're seeing
They're gonna make her look. They're gonna make her look like fucking strong in there.
Yeah, I got Lash Legend 2.
Thunder.
If not, I got Bianca. I think Bianca could be the second choice. So you know what I mean.
Yeah, those are two good choices. Oh man, I want to say Raquel, but I don't know.
That'd be a good choice.
Because they've been on the losing. That's like my whole thing with Judgment Day with the ladies. Like they've been on losing streaks, so it's like, But I'm gonna go. I'm definitely gonna go with. Man, I still think Lash was a good choice.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, that's definitely a good choice. I can't compete with that. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Lash. Yeah.
What about if you hurt my friends, you hurt my pride? I gotta take a stand. I can't let it slide. What about Rhea Hogan?
Rhea Hogan.
I just saw that today for the first time. Like Rhea Hogan, but yeah.
Rhea Hogan.
I like when Drew did that to Sammy. He put up a video of Hulk Hogan. Rhea Hogan, that's amazing.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I mean she's also my final four.
But you ended up picking Lash.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Lash. Yeah,
Okay.
it just makes sense. It's the logical choice.
All right, RJ, what about you?
Michelle McCool is gonna toss everybody out of the Rumble. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh my God! You imagine a meltdown online if that actually happened, though? Holy shit! But nah, I think Lash Legend is a good shout. I wouldn't discount Raquel Rodriguez either. because of the fact that she is gonna. We all in agreement she's gonna lose that title match come Monday, right?
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to make her look strong in between that ordeal, and I think she might get it. I think she might top Lash Legend, even though Lash Legend is a good shot though. But either one of those two for sure, safe picks. But I'm gonna go with Raquel.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
I can see her just Tejana bombing and throwing bitches out of the Rumble. Oh my God. Woo! Hallelujah. That's great. I need it.
Yeah, big ups to my Texas girls.
And down to the final four. Who you think are the final four is going to be in the women's Royal Rumble, Drew?
Rhea, Io, Liv, and Bianca.
Okay. What about you, Ruben?
Liv, Roxanne, Rhea, and Io.
Okay. All right. Good. RJ, what about you?
I got Rhea, Bianca, Liv, because she always seems to have the whole bridesmaid thing going on there. And I'm gonna go left field and say Soruka. I think they want to get some extra shine on at least one of Shawn Michaels' girls. So yeah, I'm gonna go Rhea, Io, Bianca, and Soul.
That'd be good. For me in particular, it's not the four that I want, but this is the four I think will end up being there. I got Bianca, I got Rhea, I got Liv, and I got Tiffany Stratton. Those would be my four.
Okay. I don't think there's a wrong answer with any of that. I mean,
yeah, no.
Considering all those women, all the women that we combined and named, all have high stocks and bright futures.
It's a huge possibility.
Oh yeah.
And you know what? All of us could be wrong. it could be something completely different too.
We usually are.
We might know. Hey, for all we know,
we can all be wrong on this. So
Chelsea Green might be in that final four.
You never know.
Which I wouldn't hate.
Hey, I wouldn't hate it either. I like Chelsea Green. I fucking hated what Michael Hayes said about her on that fucking show. That pissed me the fuck off.
Yeah.
You pigeonholed somebody. You're teaching your audience that the person can't be more than. I fucking hate that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So who we think is gonna win the 2026 Women's Royal Rumble? Drew?
Justin, I'm still laughing about the Rhea Hogan. That's still funny.
It was kind of funny. Yeah.
Have you hurt my friends? Have you hurt my friend?
Yeah, it was
okay, serious. Who I think is gonna win? Liv Morgan. Everybody else, I mean, you can go the safe route, and not saying it'd be a bad thing to do, because like it's kind of a safe thing to be like, we can give it to Rhea, you can give it to Io, you can give it to Bianca, who's been out for a while. But I forgot who mentioned it. Liv has always been a bridesmaid, never a bride. In these rumbles, give it to her.
I think she deserves. I think everybody thinks she deserves it the most, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
she had a great year last year. I mean, she got hurt, but she came back, and you have Stephanie there, because Raquel's going to be wrestling Stephanie on Monday. She already went through Roxanne. She hasn't wrestled Liv yet. Liv and Stephanie would be a good WrestleMania match. So go with Liv.
All right, Ruben, what about you? Who are you picking for the 2026 Women's Royal Rumble winner?
I'm gonna say Liv. For the past few Rumbles, she's definitely been the on the final four, the bridesmaid. So I definitely think this is her year, and she's improved. Like, that's like one thing that I'll say, that she's gotten a lot more comfortable, not only in the ring, but with her persona, her character, and she's done a lot with, Judgment Day, for the group. And I definitely think she's going to be rewarded. She's done a lot of losing, looking at the lights, or getting, folded like a pretzel via Rhea. So I definitely, which, a lot of us wish that was us. But I digress. She's getting. I think she'll get, awarded with a Rumble win, for her being, a good sport and just overall improve. She's improved so much, and yeah, like I'm all for it.
All right, RJ, where are you at?
I feel the love for Liv, but I got another thing in mind, so bear with me. My pick is Bianca Belair. I think we're gonna go straight to that Jade Cargill matchup at WrestleMania. These two women that are like made out of fucking granite going at it at WrestleMania. I think that's how we get there with the Rumble win. That helps kick off the drama. Now back to Liv. I think Liv Morgan beats Stephanie Vaquer to win the championship. I don't see Stephanie Vaquer making it to WrestleMania as champion. I think they're gonna do a twist with the Raw side like they did last year with EO beating Rhea at the last minute. And I think Liv Morgan is gonna walk in the WrestleMania champion.
Okay. Well, you know what? Save on who you think she's gonna go up against, because we'll be asking about that shortly here. So yeah, but so you're going with Bianca. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So Drew, Ruben, I agree with you guys. Think Liv Morgan is she's definitely a favorite to win the Royal Rumble. I think that she deserves it. I think that she's put on a lot of good work. She's improved over the years. She's definitely an overachiever as well.
Oh yeah.
It shows to you that you should not give up on a talent, and once a talent finds something that adapts to it, they can finally get over and be over for good. Liv Morgan's gonna be over for good, like no matter what, right? But I don't have her winning the Royal Rumble. I got her second place.
Oh,
I'm with RJ. I got Bianca Belair winning. Simple to the fact is because that I do see Bianca and Jay being the women's WWE Championship match at WrestleMania, and simply Bianca Belair doesn't need to win the Elimination Chamber 2 years in a row. So
True.
yeah, give her the Rumble this time around and let someone else win the Elimination Chamber. So
yeah.
But yeah, I think Bianca's winning. Outside of that, this is a very, very, very long shot. And this is an asterisk. If for some reason Bianca Belair is not there at the Royal Rumble and she's not going to be in the Royal Rumble match, I'm picking Liv Morgan to win. However, if Liv Morgan does not win, I got Jordynne Grace, because they've been teasing and teasing and teasing with Jordynne Grace and Jade, and I think that they can put a match together very good at WrestleMania if they decide to do that. That's a backup contingency plan. I don't see Jordynne Grace winning. If Bianca Belair is there, Jordynne Grace is definitely not winning. And if Bianca Belair is not there, I definitely see Liv Morgan winning over Jordynne Grace. But if they decide to shock us, I see Jordynne Grace winning with all those caveats in action there. So who do we think is going to be the World Heavyweight Championship match at WrestleMania, the Raw Women's Championship? Drew.
Love Stephanie, but her booking has been piss poor since becoming champion. I think being champion is maybe the worst thing to happen to her on the main roster. I can possibly see a Judgment Day match. I can see maybe Liv Morgan going after Roxanne, maybe even a Raquel.
So who's gonna be champion going in?
I'm gonna say, because Ruben, mentioned that he wants to see possibly Sammy win the title at Rumble. I would like to see Raquel beat Stephanie on Monday. I think Raquel's been doing some good work. She was my pick for most improved last year for 2025. I think she's been doing a really good job. Put the title on her. Let Stephanie kind of build herself back up again. I think she can get there. Obviously, it's just booking. But I think Raquel's been doing a really, really good job. So put the title on her. That could be a WrestleMania match. Raquel and Liv.
My only question is to that, and that's a great. Honestly, I'd rather just do a Judgment Day 3 triple threat. I might as well just do that. I think that'll probably be a more better more cohesive thing. But what do you do with Stephanie around Mania? Is she even going to be on the card?
I mean, you kind of have to put her on the card. It's just, who do you have? I mean, I really don't know. That's tough. That's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, really, that is tough. I mean, Liv versus Stephanie at Mania wouldn't be bad. It's just you're going to need to do months of booking to keep Stephanie fresh. Liv won't have a problem keeping herself over. Stephanie is going to have the problem.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I don't know. I honestly think it will be Liv and Stephanie. I wouldn't mind if it was a triple threat, with the Judgment Day women. But then it's just like, what do we do with Stephanie? Because she's still
it's like
very, very good and people like her.
Right.
So I don't know. It's tough.
Okay. Ruben, what do you think is going to be the women's world on the Raw side of the women's world championship match at WrestleMania?
I mean, I would like for them to, pull the trigger on Raquel, just for her to have a run with the belt. But I'm definitely thinking, since they put the belt on Stephanie, and even though she was injured, they didn't have her drop the title, vacate it. So I'm definitely thinking she's going to go to Mania, or maybe, I don't know if she defends at the Chamber. I'm not sure, because they will want her to be at Mania. If she's gonna drop it, I think she should have gone into. If she wasn't champion, I would have her win the Rumble, or the Chamber. But I'd rather her win the Rumble. But since she's champion, I definitely think she's gonna stay champion.
Okay. All right. Cool. RJ, what about you?
I think we're heading for, indeed, because I just got the sneaky suspicion that Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez are gonna fall out. So I think we're gonna do a 1v1 match, Liv Morgan versus Raquel Rodriguez at WrestleMania.
All right.
They've been planting the seeds at it. They've been teasing it a little bit. I know it's probably a little too fast, based off Triple H's snail pace booking, but I just got this itchy feeling that we're heading for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing it as well.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I got Liv versus Stephanie.
Okay.
Point blank. The main reason is because I see Raquel and Roxy being involved with the tag team championships, also with the Kabuki Warriors, also with Charlotte and Alexa. I see a ladder match happening at WrestleMania with those 4 teams.
You could do it.
That's what I see. Otherwise, I don't really see on how you can really, like, if you break up that combination, I don't really see where Stephanie's gonna fit in to the Mania card, and she's gonna be at WrestleMania. She's gonna have a match, so that's why I think it's just gonna be a straight 1-on-1 match, Liv and Stephanie. For the WWE Women's Championship, I'll go first. I'll just do mine very quickly here. I got Jay versus Bianca. Nothing crazy here. Just straight up.
Yep, I already said my piece earlier.
Yep, you did.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
True.
Jade versus Bianca. They've been teasing that for a while. I mean, they've been teasing that since last year. So it'll be Jade versus Bianca.
Yep. And Ruben?
Ruben.
I'm sorry. Definitely Jade and Bianca, they gotta continue that story. Hopefully they don't slow burn it like they've been doing. I know, Bianca's been out, but they just gotta continue on with the story, have a finality to it, because it's just been like forever. Like, with these two, they should have already had their had their feud, but we'll see. Because Naomi and her, her turn, her heel run was dope. It's just that, she got pregnant and, she's been off TV, but they could definitely, pick up where that left off in that story. So, and it works because Jade is a heel. So,
all right. So we're unanimously agree. Okay. Drew, we got the men's we're going to talk about.
Let's talk about the men. The men's Royal Rumble. 30 men Royal Rumble. So far, we have Cody Rhodes, Gunther, Jey Uso, Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee, Penta, Roman Reigns, Sol Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Braun Breaker, Logan Paul, Bronson Reed, Austin Theory, Javon Evans, Oba Femi, Randy Orton, and announced today, Brock Lesnar. So far that's 17.
Just like the women.
Yeah, just like the women. So we got 13 slots to fill. Surprises. I mean, Jericho kind of seems like the obvious surprise. Other people, I don't know. I mean, obviously NXT people. There's kind of a given with that. Maybe some TNA people. Maybe Nick Nemeth comes out. Dolph Ziggler. I mean, I wouldn't mind a Mike Santana appearance, but I doubt it. Let's see. I can't really think of any legends who could come out.
I don't really think you need. They haven't really done many legends in a while, but
Yeah, they haven't done legends in a good bit.
Yeah, like we're way past that.
Jericho is the legend.
yeah, but he's gonna be signed to a part-time contract or whatever. But Ruben, what about you? What surprise do you think is going to be in the men's Royal Rumble?
I just think Jericho. I definitely think Jericho is debuting here. Returning here. Lesnar coming back. Like he did announce in was it the Pat McAfee show that he was gonna that he was gonna he's declaring. Also, Seth when when he was on the I think ESPN, they kind of like spoiled. First take, they spoiled that he was gonna maybe not. He's not gonna participate in the Rumble, like being an entrant, but possibly cost Braun Breaker to which I mean I had him winning, but if Lesnar is gonna be in the Rumble, if Oba doesn't come out and just eliminate Brock and set up their match,
right?
Then I just think Jericho being that surprise. We know Lesnar he's gonna show up at the Rumble. We know that for sure. So the only surprise is Chris Jericho.
Okay. RJ, surprises. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we'll see Santana. They usually like to put the TNA champion in. He's been on NXT a few times. So I think we'll see Santana. Any surprises besides Jericho, the obvious? Not really in particular. Not off the top of my head, I can't think of one.
All right. Well, I am very, 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 very surprised that no one's mentioned of the real El Grande Americano, Chad Gable.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of a given.
I don't know if that's a given. I don't know if it's really a given, but I don't know. We'll see. It's not really a surprise because he hasn't been announced yet, but there's going to be a Kit Wilson spot.
Kit Wilson.
Yeah, there's going to be a Kit Wilson spot. So you're going to have that. No one mentioned Powerhouse Hobbs.
Powerhouse.
No one thinks Powerhouse Hobbs is going to be in the Rumble?
No? He'll be out there to carry Trick Williams.
he's gonna be in like Riyadh.
Like somebody goes to eliminate Trick Williams, and Powerhouse Hobbs just catches him, puts him on the shoulders.
We'll see.
Trick Williams, I ain't getting eliminated, Bo. Put me back in the ring.
but the name y'all mentioned, Chris Jericho. I don't have him in the Royal Rumble. I don't have him in the Royal Rumble. And the reason why I don't have him in the Royal Rumble is because you got all these guys. You got Roman, you got Brock, you got all these big names. I'm pretty sure Jericho wants to, have his own spotlight to himself on a return. He may return the next night on Raw.
Yeah, Jericho is an egomaniac.
And now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But that's that's how I'm feeling right now.
I mean, that's not a bad way to think either, because Jericho is an egomaniac. So I don't blame you for thinking that way.
So I don't have Jericho in the Rumble. Now I will mark out if he does come out, of course, especially comes out with Judas, but still. So okay, who we think is going to be the Iron Man in the Royal Rumble, Drew?
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
That's tough. I mean, Penta could be a good one. Javon Evans could be a good one. You know what? I'm gonna go with Carmelo Hayes.
I picked him last year. That didn't happen, but yeah.
Well, I'm
All
picking
right.
him.
Ruben, what about you?
Iron Man. I mean, I would like for LA Knight to something. Like, give him something, please. But I definitely think Javon Evans is a good candidate. Maybe if there's no shenanigans, maybe Breaker, but I'm gonna lean towards LA Knight.
All right, that's a good choice. Good choice. RJ, what about you?
I'm gonna go with this is most eliminations, correct?
No, that's next. This is Iron Man.
Iron Man. I'm gonna go with Breaker. Braun Breaker. Oh.
I got Braun Breaker too as well. And that depends obviously when he comes in. We kind of talked about earlier. Well, my suggestion rather is that maybe Adam Pearce can screw him over and put him at number 1.
That'd be great.
In the Royal Rumble. We'll see if that happens. But my Iron Man is Braun Breaker. Now, RJ, we're gonna be talking about most eliminations. Who we think is gonna get the most eliminations in the 2026 Men's Royal Rumble? We'll start with Drew.
Obafemi.
Okay. All right. Ruben.
I'm gonna go with Braun. I'm gonna go with Breaker.
Nice. RJ, what about you?
I'm gonna go Obafemi as well. I think he's gonna have a big splash. So, and
I agree with you guys. Obafemi, definitely, it will have a big splash, but he will not get the most eliminations. Because you know what's gonna happen. He's gonna eliminate Brock Lesnar. That's way bigger than eliminating 10 to 12 to 13 people. That one elimination alone is going to be bigger than anything else. So he doesn't need to eliminate. He's not going to have the most eliminations because he's going to have the biggest elimination of the entire Royal Rumble is him eliminating Brock Lesnar, which I would like to think that may get him into a story going into WrestleMania. Maybe we'll see, right? But I am with Ruben on this one. I am going with bad barking. Yeah, bad barking and Braun Breaker. All right, now we're down to the final 4, guys. Who we think the final 4 will be in the 2026 Men's Royal Rumble? Drew, go first.
Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Obafemi, and Trick Williams.
Okay.
A battle of the old and a battle of the
kind of like what they did. Maybe what was it like? Almost 10 years ago now. Kind of what they kind of did. So that's fair. What about you, Ruben? Final 4.
Roman, Cody, Braun, and who's number 4? So I'm gonna go with if Oba eliminates Brock, then I'm gonna say Oba. But if Lesnar eliminates him, then I'm gonna go with Lesnar. So process elimination, I think Lesnar.
I think personally, if Oba eliminates Brock, Brock is gonna immediately eliminate Oba. In my opinion, I don't know if that's gonna happen or not. But what about you, RJ? Who we got for the count for?
I think we Cody, Roman, Oba, and number four, Braun Breaker.
Okay.
I think we get to. I think we go with the older guard, the newer guard. I think we get that, but instead of Trick, I'm gonna go with Braun.
Okay. For me, it will be Roman Reigns. It will be Braun Breaker. It will be Jacob Fatu. He will eliminate Cody. Maybe Cody be a little bit final 5, final 6, and Jacob Fatu is going to eliminate him. I really think they want to put the gas pedal on on Jacob Fatu this year.
All gas, no brakes.
And I think the Jesus Christ, I hope he doesn't say that no more. But Jesus Christ. But I really think they're going to really start pushing that behind him. And last but not least, this is going to be a shocking one. This is going to be one where I think that a lot of people are not really going to be looking for, but his name was mentioned a little bit here. And Drew's staring intently here. He's getting closer and closer to the camera and it's scaring the hell out of me. Jesus Christ. I am going with LA Knight. Going with LA Knight as in the final 4. And I think that they want to kind of reconcile LA Knight a little bit, especially after Unreal. We'll see. But I got LA Knight in the final 4. So who do we think is going to win? Should we all say it on 3? We'll say the name. We'll say the name that we think is going to win on 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns. Yeah, I think it's
Kevin Castle would be proud.
Yeah, Roman Reigns. Now I will say this. If they really want to shock people, I think they will go with LA Knight.
Yeah,
and they really want kind of like what they did last year with Jay. But I think what we all think Roman Reigns is gonna win. So all right, so that's our winner for the 2026 Men's Royal Rumble. For the WWE Championship SmackDown title, who we think is gonna be the championship match at WrestleMania? Drew, go first.
I'm gonna go. This is just my personal choice. I think it's gonna be a triple threat with Drew, Cody, and Jacob.
All right. What about you, Ruben?
Yeah, I think that's one direction. That's like the safe, obvious route. Possibly they could go with Cody and Roman again. But I definitely think with the safe option, Drew, Cody, Jacob.
All right. RJ, what about you?
Yeah, I think that's where we're heading to. Cody, Jacob, and Drew. I think Drew makes it to WrestleMania as champion. And that's why they got these 3 in the mix because they're gonna have a match at WrestleMania for the title. So
all right. Well, I don't have a triple threat match. I have a fatal 4-way match.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Ooh.
Oh.
My. Did Justin screen freeze or is he just smiling devilishly? Okay. Hold on. Wait.
Yeah. And you, my browser just shut down, so no worries.
I
So
had
I
two
have a
Justins.
fatal four-way match. Okay, I have Drew. I have Cody. I have Jacob Fatu. And I have Dexter Loomis, baby.
What?
Dexter Loomis.
What?
That's right. He will
The
be
buzzard?
the fourth man. No, I'm just kidding. It's a triple threat.
The buzzard. Oh my god.
It's a triple threat. I just wanted to do something different. Yeah, no, triple threat. Yeah, Drew, Cody, and Jacob. I think that was pretty obvious. So that was a joke. A joke.
You had me going there.
What made it funny was your screen froze.
Yeah.
Oh.
I really got drawn on that one. That was like one of the best jokes he's ever heard, apparently. Yeah, there you go.
No, what made it funnier was your screen froze when you were about to say. Oh my god.
All right. Well, I'm glad I was able to make you laugh. So, for Raw, what do we think is going to be the Raw World Heavyweight Championship match going to WrestleMania? Drew, start with you.
Roman Reigns versus CM Punk.
Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. Ruben?
Yeah, I think that's the direction. Because you can't have Roman not be at Mania being one of the main events, or the true main event. So for sure.
Okay. All right, cool. RJ.
Yeah, Roman and Punk. It's just they have to finally do that match, and I think when you're considering, okay, what big match can we do this year for a championship? CM Punk has the title. He most likely ain't gonna lose it to Mania. Who can we put him up against? Oh, well, geez, Roman Reigns is still a big attraction, whether he loses or not. Roman Reigns and CM Punk for the championship. That's a worthy WrestleMania quote unquote main event, right?
Right. Yep.
So let's put that on. So
Yep.
I'm going with Punk and Reigns there.
I am in agreement. No troll job this time. Punk, Roman, that is the mega match for WrestleMania. Yes. What do you think is going to be the night 1, night 2 main event? For me, I'll say night 1 main event is WWE Championship match, and night 2 will be Roman and Punk.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think we probably be maybe all in agreement with that, but if someone has something different.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, that was the men's 2026 Royal Rumble. We're all picking Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But that is the Royal Rumble, people. It is this Saturday. Like I mentioned, it's going to be in the afternoon. It's going to be at 1 p.m. Central Time, 2 p.m. Eastern. So, I like the Royal Rumble. It's probably my favorite event. So it should be fun. And then next week, we'll be back here to cover it. RJ and Ruben, you guys are more than welcome to come back next week and maybe just to kind of do a deep dive onto the Rumble event itself.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah.
All right, dope. All right, yeah, that's really about it. We did over 2.5 hours, so this is probably as good a time as any to call it a night. But thank you to everyone that joined in, everyone that's watching on on YouTube, Facebook, and also Twitter. Feel free, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Just head on over to the DY Experience and just sub, leave a like and a comment. I know we got 2 extra subscribers during the show, so awesome. Welcome to the show. And yeah, just thank you to everybody. Thank you to Justin, of course. Thank you to RJ and Ruben for joining us tonight for this momentous occasion on the move to StreamYard. And no longer have to deal with the treacherous settings on Discord, or there are many updates.
Discord sucks, by the way. It sucks.
Yeah, sucks a fat one, as dipshit Derek would say. But yeah, plugs, DY Experience on Twitter, Facebook, Drew Yard Experience. You'll be seeing more of these on the Facebook page, Instagram. Just type in Drew Yard, you can find me. like I mentioned before, we're no longer audio based, so we're just going to be primarily just on the YouTube channel, where you can find us. So yeah, no more audio. So if you're looking for the audio shows on Spotify, iTunes, and Spreaker, tough luck. You're gonna have to sign up for the YouTube channel. It's free, and also TikTok. Look for me. So, anyways, that's enough out of me. Justin, tell them about Spinebuster Tees.
Yeah, of course. Spinebuster Tees, spinebustertees.com. Go online, get yourself a wrestling t-shirt from me. It takes about a week and a half to get shipped out to you. Hopefully, you're not in an area where it's icy and snowy, and hopefully, you're able to get your mail. So I know we had that freeze across the country last week. So hopefully, everyone is safe and sound. But also follow me on Spinebuster Tees on Instagram, where you keep up to date with me on what's going on inside my shop at Spinebuster Tees at Wonderland of the Americas, aka Crossroads Mall, here in San Antonio, Texas. Come and get yourself a wrestling t-shirt, wrestling lucha mask, wrestling hats, wrestling shorts, obviously t-shirts, right? Title belts, Funko Pops, action figures, trading cards, everything you can think of is inside my shop, inside of Spinebuster Tees at the Wonderland of the Americas, Spinebuster Tees on Instagram. Follow me there, and spinebustertees.com.
RJ, what are your plugs?
You can follow me on Twitter or X at Lil RJ Unlimited, where my words have no limits whatsoever. And you can subscribe to my new podcast, The Dragon Chronicles. Me and the nephew over there just doing our thing and trying to grow this thing along. So we've been doing it for the last let's say 4 months. So yeah, I mean, we're trying to grow this thing out, so we're still in our infancy stages. So yeah, subscribe to the Dragon Chronicles. That is the DRGN Chronicles, and we have new shows up every Saturday. And Jackson does his side stuff with the Joshi. He has his own little side thing called the Joshi Midnight Joshi. That's what he calls it.
Nice.
He talks about a lot of Joshi women's wrestling, a lot of Stardom. I know he's trying to get into Marigold, and he's been talking a lot about the women's picture and Pro Wrestling Noah as well. So with the Great Muda's daughter and Mayu Iwatani. So yeah, just a lot of informative talk over there. If you guys want to definitely dip into some Joshi and stuff like that, he's definitely one to educate people on it. So yeah.
All right, Ruben, close it out.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you can follow me on X at Mr. Ruben Prime. And, I too have a podcast. Well, few. I have one with, one half of Culture Attack. And we're going to do a episode fairly soon, for sure. And we discuss, current events, pop culture, things of that nature. And, with Marvel coming out with Doomsday, there's a lot to talk about there. And as well as all the other news and pop culture. And there's also some stuff I got planned too. And also my main podcast, Room Prime Podcast. That's where I talk solo and basically talk what's ever on my mind and what's going on in the world, and just give my opinion and takes on things. And can't wait for you to listen. Just check out Culture Attack and check out Room Prime Podcast on Apple, Spotify, and the YouTubes as well.
Sweet.
And shout out to all of our friends who support us, as well as the gentleman here, Jeff Littman, who we will be doing our NXT PLEs. I'm not sure when the next NXT PLE is, but whenever that does happen, me and him will be covering it. Also, Friendly Neighborhood Marks with this guy right here, where we talk about comic book movies, TV shows, and sprinkled with a little bit of wrestling, if anything of interest pops up. But and of course, Culture Attack with Mr. Prime over here. And
Sure.
shout out to Mish, who gave us that platform on the Wrestling Soup Discord for I think it was like 3.5 years. Mish, if you're listening, thank you. The experience chat room is still on there, so we're not fully gone yet. We're still there, but just the voice, the stage channel is not there. So, but from everybody else, from me to all of y'all, we hope you had a good time watching the show. We had a good time making it.
Yeah.
But
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
I will see y'all Sunday for Metal Drive Hoops, the basketball podcast with my friend Anthony and his friend Mike. And of course, we will see y'all next Wednesday, where we will talk about the events of the Rumble. So take care, everybody, and peace out.
Peace.
Peace.